What is up, everybody out there? And welcome to a live chat on Sunday. And it's snowy here in Pennsylvania. So I'm not sure where you guys are at right now. But if you're watching for the replay, thanks for tuning in. And if you're just watching live with me right now, welcome to the chat. We're going to hang out a little bit here and see who else pops in. And we'll see where it goes. So, get into the chat. We got Orlando popping in, Kevin Myers, Alan Hedricks. They got Audrey in here. What's going on? What's going on? How's the snow treating you guys out there? Everybody getting some? I think we're a few inches now. No digging for a while. That's going to kind of suck. So I'm going to wait a little bit here and just start talking to some of you guys until some people start popping in here. I do have somebody I'm going to bring in, which is kind of pretty much one of the things we were talking about. I was talking about the best metal detector and what we like about certain machines, what we hate about them. And I figured, hey, let's do a live stream and talk about that, in front of everybody else and, let them come in and explain what they like about machines, what they hate about them, what machines they're using currently, and, what they have expectations of some of the new stuff. So, but we got some good people coming in here. They're coming in. Blaze Creeper, Iron Antler. What's going on, buddy? Jim Steele, Don Williams, Central PA Metal Detectors. Ram is popping in. What's going on, buddy? Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to bring in my special friend here, the one that we were kind of chatting. I was chatting with the other night about the detector stuff. I'm going to bring him in. Let's bring him in. And there are going to be lots of giveaways tonight, guys. So you're going to want to stick around. I have 3 silver quarters to give away. My guest here, he has a bunch of free stuff to give away, plenty of stickers and a bunch of stuff. So you want to stick around. It's going to be a while, and we're going to talk about a lot of different stuff. So if you're not doing anything tonight, stick around as long as you can, and we'll have some people pop in there, and we can chat with you guys as well. So, all right, let's bring him in. Bam! What's going on, buddy?
Not much, brother. How you doing?
Going on? Not bad. We're doing good. I was pretty much asking everybody how the snow was in their area. I know you're in Pennsylvania, like I am, not too far away, so
yeah,
it's not looking good for us diggers.
Hey, I got a question for you while we're getting in the beginning here.
Sure.
I don't have the comments in my line on my side here.
No, so, like you can't see the chat.
What's that?
You can't see the chat?
Can't see the chat.
I'm not sure. At the very top, there might be a thing you have to click on, maybe. At the top, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe if anybody, I know you guys are listening, if you know why he can't see the chat, maybe post a comment down there. A lot of people are saying, woohoo, Dustin. So they can see you, but they can't read your comments, guys. But we'll figure it out here. It's still really early.
And there's people commenting on YouTube right now, too.
Well, you can watch it on YouTube as well. I don't do that because it moves so fast for me, Dustin. So, I mean, if you want to watch that one, I can watch this one.
Yeah. Okay. Are they the same comments then?
Oh, yeah, it's exact same. Now, I don't know who you're seeing. Like the last one I saw was Woohoo Dustin.
Let's see. No, these are all people.
Yeah.
No. It's on YouTube though, right?
Oh yeah. He has to pop out of the. Here, wait a minute. Somebody's saying he has to pop out of the chat from the YouTube video. You have to pop out of the chat from the YouTube video. We'll figure it out. I don't know. Pop out of the chat. You want to be in the chat of the StreamYard.
Yeah, it says. Yeah, it just has removed from stream. I don't want to do that.
Don't do that.
And that's the only. That's the only thing.
I'm not sure. We might have to run with it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you can fix. If you can read it on the YouTube.
Well, that's what I'm going to go look now and see if I can.
Audrey said you have to pop out of the YouTube video.
Yep. That's what I'm going to go look now and see if I can. We're good.
But you have to turn that volume down.
I just did.
Already.
Don't
Okay.
tell me. Ah.
All right, guys. Sorry about the not in StreamYard in YouTube, she said. Okay.
It's all good.
So are you good? Are you good?
Me? Yeah.
Can you read? Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So back to greeting everybody. Let's see who else we have in here, and then we'll continue on with the show. Dan's Lanyards is in here. Don Williams. Donald Boutreau. How's it going? Berks County's in here. What's going on? All right, man. Well, I'm sure people are going to pop in and out. So, I mean, we'll just have to greet them as we see them. So pretty much the other night, Dustin and I were talking about metal detectors, what we like, what we use, what we've had in the past. We were just kind of goofing around chatting about stuff, right? So, and we were like, hey, wonder what people out there are using mostly, what they like about their machines. What did these people start using as far as a machine? What are their expectations of this, machine that they have currently? What would they like to see in a machine, in the future? You know what I mean? Like, what's something that I really want to have? So that's kind of what the show is going to be about tonight. There will be some giveaways and stuff throughout the mix. But yeah. So what are you currently using? Let's just jump into that real quick.
Myself?
Yeah. What are you using?
The Knox 800.
Okay.
But prior to that, I used, all Garrett product.
Okay.
Started with I started the White's Prism, and then worked my way into like a Garrett Ace 250, and then
Gotcha.
I went a different route. I went AT Gold, and then I went AT Pro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So right now I'm using the Knox, and I've been using it for I'd say 2 years, 2.5 years, and I love it. I love it. But I don't knock Garrett. I mean, they got me where I needed to be to learn, and but yeah, I love the Knox. The discrimination, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a good. That's currently what I use as well. I have other machines, but that's pretty much what I'm using right now. We're gonna get into a lot of people watching here probably aren't new people per se to metal detectors. But we're going to kind of go into that, just kind of like, I mean, we have a list of how we wanted to kind of go here with this whole thing. So
yeah,
I guess we'll just kind of stay on path with that. Let's see what we got here once. So we're going to jump into that right here. I'm like getting all low. Can't see me.
Get low.
Getting low. All right, look at that. Bam. So I guess we'll break this down into what budget-friendly machines. How many of those machines have you had on that? Many?
Just the Ace, and like I said, I had a White's. I think it was a Prism 3 or something. That's what I started out. I think that's what it was.
Gotcha.
And then the Ace 250. But like I was telling you, when you get down to that level of detector, it's just price point. You're not getting that much more in that price point range. You might as well just go get the cheapest to learn. To see if you like it.
I know, like when I bought my first machine, I think it was an Ace 350, right? So at the time, it was like I didn't want to spend the money on the AT Pro, but it was no sooner I bought that Ace, it was like I had to get something better. It wasn't that I didn't dig good stuff. I mean, I dug some Civil War stuff with that machine. But if you have the money to upgrade, I would almost suggest people that are watching that are new, which, like I said, a lot of these guys are probably seasoned detectors.
Oh yeah, looking at these guys, yeah, they know.
Yeah. But I mean, there'll be somebody maybe watching.
Orlando's weak.
He's weak.
He got no.
He said his wife. Hey, he said his wife's killing it with the Ace 200.
I bet.
There it is. Buy him.
Bam.
First gold, really bounty hunter. First gold coin.
Yep. I think Jerry put one too that he got a gold. What did Jerry put?
Jerry.
First gold with bounty hunter, then AT Max, then Knox. He's the one that got me into the Knox. I got tired of him finding stuff around me. So yeah, I mean, back to like the whole Ace series, they were great detectors, but soon after I bought one of those things, I feel like, hey, I had to kind of, I don't know, upgrade. You know what I mean? Nowadays, the machines are so much cheaper
and they offer so much more. I mean, I can attest to the Simplex. Things I loved about that machine for a beginner was its price point, wireless headphones, telescoping, which was really cool. LCD backlit display. I mean, the thing had a light behind it. I mean, a lot of features for the money. I think how much they cost? Like, I mean, it's 300 and a little bit, 329 or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but they're great machines as well for a beginner. And the Vanquish, I saw some people in here commenting about the Vanquish. If anybody has a Vanquish in here,
yeah, let's hear it.
yeah, let's hear it. And I'll tell you what, guys, I'm gonna share the link.
Hey,
Throughout
someone from Alaska. Woo!
There you go. Alaskans on the fly. Awesome. Nice to see you. Let's go down through here and see who we got.
Yeah, man. That's why I keep looking over here. I'm like, wow.
Mark and Angela to dive and detector in here. Donald Nichols, what's up, buddy? Sherry Williams, detecting Okanagan.
Sean Keller's a lot of people here. Yeah.
Yeah, future bleeps.
Bleep bleep. Bleep blurp.
Bleep bleep. That's right. So I'm going to post a link, guys. You guys are watching here. If anybody has any of these machines, specifically the Vanquish, definitely the XP Deus 2, which I don't know if anybody's going to have one of those. If they do, I'd love to.
The Apex too, right?
The Apex. We don't have any experience with that.
Yeah,
so if anybody has an Apex, we would love to see you pop up as well. Just to chat about it, and you don't have to hang out forever. Just tell us what you like about it, what you hate about it. Just let us know. That's kind of what this show is all about. Is we want to hear, right?
And it's not a who's the best or gripe session or work, because no one's getting paid to do this.
Oh yeah, so we're just having fun.
We're just having fun. Like, what did we like about certain detectors? What would be great, on other detectors?
Right.
Just so everyone understands. Everyone seems to be getting that. So that, hey, someone's from London. Hello from North London. Future bleeps. That's bleep blurp bleep.
There's the link. I posted the link there, guys. If anybody wants to pop up, let us know. Hey, if you got some London peeps in here, they might have some expertise on the XP Deus 2. We want the 2.
Yeah,
I have
right.
I got the XP Deus 1. That's a whole nother machine. But got Jeff Cleary up in here checking us out. What's going on, buddy? Oh man. Got 24, 25 in the chat. Posted the link up there, guys. If anybody wants to pop in, I can bring you in. We can talk about what you have. And if you have a new machine that we didn't mention about, it can be really anything. So,
what's the new Legend? Future bleeps.
Yeah, the new Legend would be a great one. I don't know if anybody's going to have that yet or not. That's the Nocta Macro Legend. If somebody has that, I'd love to hear their thoughts on that as well. That'd be sweet.
I don't know much on those machines. Do you? That brand?
On the Nocta Macro?
Yeah.
The Simplex.
That's it.
That's the only one that I've personally owned, just to try it out.
Okay. Yeah, I never.
Does anybody out there listening to have an Apex or a Vanquish? If they do, let us know in the comments there. We're looking through the comments trying to hunt somebody down there.
I think Audra's here. Hey, Audra.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of people here. How many people are going to DDPA in May?
I'll be there.
We'll get to see all these machines.
Yeah, there'll be all kinds of stuff coming out here soon. It'll be cool to see everybody's thoughts.
It's becoming a Knox, though. Everyone seems to be popping up with Knoxes each year. A few more people.
Right. Don Williams said the Legend was getting final tweaks after feedback from testers. So I guess maybe they didn't come out with it yet, I guess, for people to use. And that's kind of what I was thinking. The Vanquish is really just a Knox. But is it? I don't know. If somebody has a Vanquish, pop in here, let us know, because I never used one. I never had one in my hand, to tell you the truth. But really, at the end of the day, they all detect metal, right? They're going to get you stuff if you're starting out.
Just more of other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they might segregate better, I guess, right? They might.
Yeah.
Less trash and more treasure, we're guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked.
Yes.
I gotta tell you, one of my favorite detectors of all time is the AT Gold.
Right.
I would swing the AT Gold over the Pro any day of the week. I actually enjoyed that machine far more than the Pro, and I love the Pro.
Yeah.
But I love the Gold, man. That was a good one. I don't know if anyone still swings with the Gold. You never hear anything on it.
Yeah, the Pro. I mean, people out there probably still using the Pro. I'm sure we got some watchers right now.
Yeah.
I mean, people are still using the Pro. I'm sure they got to be. It was a great machine.
Oh yeah.
I got two. Here, look. Let me get this down. I got some of my best stuff with the Pro. Hopefully this works. This is going to be all glary. U.S. belt buckle, breastplate, scabbard tip. This was all with the AT Pro.
You bought that at the flea market.
No.
I saw that at the flea market.
No, did not, sir. But hey, that's why we brought Dustin on, because he's kind of a smart ass. So that's why we were having this chat the other night. We knew there'd be some of that laughter coming in. So it's all good. There we go. Berks County uses the Pro still. Who's that? Shane? Yep. Oh man.
Looks like everyone's having good conversations. That's cool. It's good seeing you guys. I can't wait to see some of you in person too.
Yeah, we got somebody in the background. We're gonna bring him in. Looks like digging with Squeak's back there. I see Squeak in the background. She's like, "Oh, they're gonna bring me in." We got Squeak. We're gonna bring Squeak in. Let's find out what they use. We got some people asking about the link, so I'm gonna send the link out one more time, and then I'm gonna bring in the extra people here. Let's do this one more time, guys. Hold on just a second. And we're gonna post this up here. Some background music, huh? Right. All right, we're gonna bring in Squeak, everybody. Let's see what they're using, what they like, and what they've used. Maybe they can give us some tidbits. Here they come.
What's up, y'all?
Hey. What's going on, guys?
Listening to the rain now. The freezing rain finally stopped.
Yeah, you said you were having some funky wind or something down there or something?
Oh, man, we got snow and ice and all kinds of mess.
What's going on, Squeak?
Listening to the rain.
Yeah. So, Squeak, what do you use out there for a machine nowadays?
A Vanquish 540.
A Vanquish. There you go, Dustin. We got our Vanquish user.
Nice. She looks like a shark, too. I bet you she gets everything.
So can I ask
you?
Hey, Squeak, can I ask you a few questions about your machine?
Sure.
So do you like it, right?
Yeah.
What is there anything you really like about it? Is there something you don't like about it that you want to tell people watching? There, she even has it. She's got the handheld display there.
Someone said she is a shark.
Is it something that you like using? Is it fun to use?
Yeah.
Anything you want to tell us about it?
It's very light and easy to use. The 440 is the same thing. It has less stuff though, like less sensitivity and stuff, and it has backlight and Bluetooth.
Yeah, Bluetooth. I didn't know that.
But the 540 has a black light and a Bluetooth.
So I mean, it sounds like it is. It kind of does sound like a MindLab Equinox. I mean, in a way, it has a lot of the features.
I run 2 Knox 600s, and every signal, one of my Knox 600s has a 6-inch coil, the other has a stock coil. Any signal I can pick up with my Knox, she picks up with the Vanquish, no matter the depth. And she's got a small coil on her Vanquish.
Awesome.
We put the much smaller coil on hers, and it's got no problem with depth, and it's got no problem hitting anything I hit with the Knox.
How's the weight for Squeak? I mean, is it like something it's pretty light for you?
She started off with the Ace machines.
They They're
The
heavier.
Ace machines, they're good, but they have a lot of flaws, especially if they're bumped or, you know, I mean, it's what it is.
Right.
She tried the Simplex. The Simplex was so nose heavy. She just couldn't do it with her shoulder and joints. She just couldn't do it, even with the SP24 coil.
Right.
But this Vanquish now, the 540 comes with a big 11-inch coil. And we switched that out for the small coil for her. And it's lighter than one of my Knox.
Really? Huh. That's cool. Yeah, I never used one before.
I have an important question for Squeaks.
There you go.
What is your coolest find?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Probably my bells of Sarna.
Your what?
My bells of Sarna.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. Is there any way you can show that to us? Well, it looks like your dad's getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds way cool. You got my interest.
She's like, yeah, buddy.
Oh my! Oh,
check
they're
that out.
beautiful. Wow. Were they all together?
Sarna came here from India in the early or late 1800s, early 1900s. His family made bells in India. They would send them to him in New York, and he would peddle them while he was studying. This is before they had to start stamping anything imported with India. After, I believe, 1930, they started having India on the outside, and on the inside it had SSS for his name. Last name was Sarna.
Wow. So you got a piece of history. Congratulations. That is awesome. Cool. I'm not kidding you. That's what I live for. History.
Oh, yeah.
Good job.
That is awesome.
The worst part about those bells is the property owner's wife was taking us to one of their satellite fields, took us to the wrong one, and she found that these were all carriage bells, and she found 12 of them. Some of them are broke. The owners of the field, which was 4 good old boys in a pickup truck, come barreling across the field on us, and I made her and her brother run off towards the truck, and then, you know, I explained to them what had happened, and in the end, they thought it was funny, but they didn't want us in the field because of something they had out in the woods right there. But they showed us where the right place was, and
nice. That sounds like a great adventure. So you're making memories, huh? We'll be
go ahead.
To watch you one day, I think.
I posted the link again, guys. Somebody else wanted to join in. I saw them there, and then they popped out. So if you were still around, popping back in, I can't remember who I saw there. It could have been somebody else with a different machine that could have came up and talked about it. So I posted the link there. I'll do it again here to see. But yeah, heck yeah.
Well, Squeaks, that was awesome. Do you have any other cool finds you want to talk about before we, move on, or? Because I see you're a conversationalist for sure.
Caught off guard. She was in there talking to a friend of hers, and I yelled for her, saying, "Come here." Shelly said, "Hop on," and she kind of like, okay.
Right.
Well, listen, we're so glad you did come on, and very proud of what you're doing out there, digging history, and that's important. And I'm being serious. It is important to save the history before it's gone. And so, we're the people out there on the front lines finding it. So great job. I appreciate what you're doing, young lady. Keep it up.
Heck yeah. Very cool.
All right. We're going to hop off and hang out in the chat.
All right.
All right. Thanks for popping in. You guys are always great to talk to. So
thanks, buddy. Y'all have a good one.
Keep on swinging.
Keep on swinging. See you guys.
Yeah.
All right. So there was somebody in the background, Dustin, and I don't know. They were kind of new. I'm hoping they pop back up. So if you're listening to me here, and I'll post the link up one more time. It could have been somebody else we were looking for, as far as somebody with a different machine. So
if
you're still out there. There's the link again. Pop them again. I'll bring you in right away. So
Yeah,
sorry
and
about that.
I'm looking at the comments. I don't see anyone has any experience with that Deus too. So,
Yeah,
which we're interested. It's a lightweight machine. We know that much. And Andy's used the Deus. I've had the day. Swung with the Deus a few times. With me, it
right.
was the programming. And it might have changed now that I've had the Knox. I mean, I went from the ATs where you're not as into programming as much into
Got
programmable machines.
Right. Oh, I see somebody that's in trouble. I see trouble in the background. I don't know if I should bring him in or not. He's
Oh,
back. It's funny because like I can see him laughing when I talk before I bring the people in. We'll bring him in.
who is it?
Here he comes. Got Bobby. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on, man?
You got some crazy camera deal. Oh, it's like a black wall you have over there or something.
No, I'm just too lazy to go up to where I normally stream, so I was
you're
just
good.
in my kitchen here.
So what's popping for snow over there, brother? Are you digging still today, or
I'm just getting rain. Right? I'm getting rain.
are you getting rain?
Yeah, I live on the shore, so I'm like 10 minutes from the beach. So a lot of times when they get snow inland, it's a little warmer here, so I went up with rain.
Right.
Which is fine by me because I'm off tomorrow, and if it stays like this, I'm going digging.
What are your experiences with the machine, Bobby? Like, what can you tell us as far as some of the beginner machines you had, and what do you use now?
They're all beginner machines, man, and they're all veteran machines. I mean,
they're all gonna get you there.
Yeah, I mean, my first machine was a Bounty Hunter Discovery 1100. I mean, it's any machine you get, whether you start with a Bounty Hunter or you start with an Equinox, it's still, you got to learn it. You got to learn the settings. You got to learn the tones.
Right.
You got to learn everything. So, as you do it longer and you start doing other things, you want to graduate to, something that's going to get you a little more, maybe deeper targets, stuff like that. But as far as I'm concerned, if it beeps, it works, man.
If it beeps, you good.
That's it. But I'm stuck on my Knox though, man. I can't get off of it. I am a Mind Lab guy.
Are you guys? So I mean, you guys are both Mind Lab users, but and so am I. So all three of us here are Mind Lab guys. But is that something that you're not hell bent on staying with Mind Lab, right? So like if somebody came out with something better, are you okay with that? You're switching?
It's really all about your own comfort level.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're comfortable with your machine, not to get spiritual or anything, you become one with that. I don't care what machine you have. You become, just an extension of it, and you that comfortable with the machine. It's like I tell people all the time, it's like buying a TV. If you have Samsungs for the last 10 years and you never had a problem, why would you go out and buy an LG?
Oh yeah, I agree, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I look at the whole big picture. It's not just, I mean, I'm comfortable with the machine. I like the versatility of the machine to where, if I'm going to hunt a big farm field, I throw on my 15-inch coil.
Gotcha.
If I'm in a medium-sized area, I go with my stock coil. If I'm going to an area that I know it's really trashy, a lot of iron, I throw on my 6-inch coil because my 6-inch coil helps with the, kind of weeding out some of them targets with the trash. But it's also depending, no matter which coil I put on, it's not a heavy machine at all to swing. Even with a 15-inch coil, it's not that heavy to swing.
Right.
And
Bobby, what's that add? What weight does that 15-inch coil add to it? If you don't know, I understand.
I don't know the exact weight of it. I mean, it's a tiny bit heavier than having a stock coil, but not a whole lot.
Okay.
And the only time you really feel the effects of it, and it doesn't matter what coil you have on, if you're doing more swinging than you are digging, it's not even so much the weight of the coil. It's just the motion. You're going to feel it, Right. Especially if, you're in a field or in any area where, the targets are few and far between and you're just swinging and you're swinging and you're swinging. and not a whole lot of digging,
Yeah.
which we've all had those days. I mean, I've had days where, you know, I'm out 8-9 hours and I'm digging a ton of targets. I go home, I don't feel nothing. I've had days where I've gone out for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And even with an 11-inch coil, and you're swinging and there's nothing and there's nothing. And you go home and you're like, crap. You know?
Are you using aftermarket, or are you sticking with a Mine Lab?
No. Everything's straight out Mine Lab.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
everything's straight out Mine Lab.
Yeah.
All my coils are straight Mine Lab.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I think if you go aftermarket, and this is what I mean by big picture, you're taking chances, and also, you know, I think with going with anything aftermarket, if you have issues, do you know what kind of service or customer service you're going to get with that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I call Mine Lab, if I need Mine Lab for something, I know what I'm going to get.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I haven't had a ton of issues, but, you know, I had like a Mine Lab Pro 35 pinpointer that I had issues with. I called them up. When did you buy it? Oh, like 4 months ago. Like, did you register? No. Let me register that for you right now.
Yep.
We'll do it for you.
Yep. And then the place where they do any kind of repair or anything is right in Pennsylvania.
Right.
I didn't know that.
I
didn't know that.
3 years. Yeah. 3 days I had something taken. I sent it out in 3 days, literally 3 days, dude. I got it back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're phenomenal. I mean,
It's
really, it has to be really something extreme, but they're very accommodating, you know?
Yep.
They really want to make sure you walk away from there with a good experience. And I'll tell you, that's there's no replacement for that. So, you know, it's not just the machine itself. It's, you know, if I have issues, who am I going to, and how am I going to have any problems?
Right.
And Mine Lab's got great customer service.
The Coil Tech, I saw to dive and detect said Coil Tech. I have the 10x5 Coil Tech coil. I was one of the first people, I think, in the United States that ended up getting one. And I ended up breaking one of the ears off, and they did replace it for me. And I got another one. So, I mean, they were pretty good as far as I can attest to, you know, as far as the relationship with Coil Tech. I talked to Trevor, the guy that owns the company, and he sent me out a new one. So I was lucky with them. I don't know how the other companies are.
I mean, Nancy, Ambient Girl Diggs, just had a problem recently with her Mine Lab. And she sent it back to Mine Lab. And they basically, within a week or so, they sent her back a brand new freaking VDI box.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Brand new. No questions asked. Just,
yep.
You got a problem. Yep, we'll replace it.
Thank you.
Hey, Orlando. I see you, buddy. I see you.
But yeah,
AT Pro, baby. AT Pro.
I have other machines. I have the 800. I have the 600. I have the Macro Simplex Plus, which is not a bad machine. Not great. I mean, I don't do a lot of water hunt. I don't do the beach very often, even though I live 10 minutes from the beach. Not great on the wet sand or anything like that. On land is fine.
Right.
I just like the versatility of the Nox. I could go wherever. You have no limitation. You have a Nox. You know this. There's no limitation.
Yep.
I'll go anywhere confidently and comfortably with my Nox and not even think. And one of the key things for me also, especially my 800, I mean, I do 8-9 hour hunts, man. My battery, I don't lose, you know, my battery's phenomenal on it.
Let me ask something, since we're all talking about the Nox and we got that fresh in our minds. You said you had the larger coil, right? And I do as well. So would you recommend that? Like, let's say somebody in the chat's watching and they do a lot of beaches and they don't have a coil for the sand, a big coil. Would you recommend it to somebody out there?
You know,
what would you recommend it at, I guess?
I'll use the bigger coil and the 15-inch coil. See, it also depends on how you hunt.
Yeah.
When I'm in a big field, you know, and there's a lot of ground to cover. One thing I find with people, and I do hunt with a lot of people, is I try to have a discipline to where when I'm hunting, if I'm gridding, or if I'm, I'm going, just picking a line and going. I like the 15-inch coil in that because you do cover a little more ground, and I actually cut my steps in half
Oh, wow.
because
Yeah, it's such a bigger coil. Yeah.
well, no, I cut my steps in half because you get a tendency when you have such an open area in front of you, people get in their mind, they see the end of the field. Oh, I got to get down there. No,
Right.
no, you don't. And so what
You're right.
I know I'm covering a lot of ground with that coil. So what I do is instead of taking full steps, I basically, it's like almost like I'm walking somebody down the aisle, how you take a half step, stop, half step, stop. I do the same thing because I don't want to miss anything.
Right.
So I like that, the fact that it covers a lot of ground. Not worried about the depth. I don't think it gives me a ton more depth.
Yeah, I think it's like an inch.
Yeah, than the 11-inch.
Right.
But I just like the fact that, if I'm taking small steps and I'm walking slow, because you're out there hunting, I ain't looking at my watch. I don't care what time it is. I ain't in a rush. So I take my time.
Andy, what do you use underwater, Andy?
So that's actually a good question. I'm glad you mentioned
I didn't
that.
mean to cut you off, Bob. I'm sorry about that. I thought you were finishing.
Blasted you, man. He's just like, what? He's like, what? No, the 10x5 coil is awesome in the water. Anybody that's watching that does any type of creek hunting, if you use the stock 11-inch coil, it does not go very well underwater. You can say what you want, but until you try a smaller elliptical coil, one that's shaped like your old 5x10 or 5x8, like your AT Pro coil, Dustin, you guys know what I'm talking about. Those are the coils that the elliptical shape, it shifts through the water so much smoother. And they're awesome coils for the water. Instead of the big round one in the water, it doesn't flow real well. And
the 11-inch doesn't flow well underwater.
Yeah, and you can't get in between the rocks and stuff either. So it's just not as.
So the 6-inch is what you're saying?
You ever try that?
10x5 or the 6-inch would be better than the stock one.
Right. I was just saying, did you ever try the 6-inch underwater? I have not yet.
I had the 6-inch and I sold it.
Oh, really?
Because I like the 10x5 so much more, and it covers so. Well, you know about the 17-inch elliptical. It's longer, so it's still skinny like your 6-inch round one, but it's a longer path, so It can cover more ground.
True. So, I use my 6-inch like if I go to the bay, and there's a lot of brick and rocks and stuff like that.
Right.
It's just easier to kind of get in between.
Gotcha.
Some of the smaller area and a wooded area too. If you don't have a good, if you can't get a good swing radius because of brush or something like that, that 6-inch comes in pretty handy. And I don't really. People say, "Oh, well, you're going to lose all this depth." I don't really see it, honestly. Right. Not with the 6-inch. There's not a lot of depth loss. You guys care if I bring somebody else in? It's Paul here. I think he might have a different machine. He might not. I can't remember, but I figured we'll bring somebody else in and see what they're. Yeah, if you got people waiting, I'll get out, man. No, that's cool. I mean, you can hang out or do whatever if you want to come in and out or whatever. Well, there's no beer here, man.
There's no beer.
I'll take a drink break. I thought the bar was open, bro.
Right?
I'm off tomorrow.
Well, thanks for coming in, Bobby. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
We'll have to start giving away some stuff here soon so people keep hanging out. So, hey, thanks for coming in, man. All right, man. Take care. Appreciate it, buddy. See you. See ya. See ya. All right, we're going to bring in Paul, looks like. Paul, come on in, brother.
Come on.
What's going on?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Good. Yep.
So do you have any news for what you use, and what can you tell us? I guess let's just ask you what machine you do use.
Well, I'm in British Columbia, Canada, and I've been detecting for a long time. Well, long time for me is just over 12 years, and I've gone through pretty much all the main detectors. But now I run mainly an XB Deus, the Deus 1.
Yep.
With quite a few coils, and then I have a dedicated extra shaft and 9-inch low frequency coil that I used in the water with my Deus.
Okay.
Because it was either I spend an extra $1,000 on a water unit or spend $90 on the kit for the dais for water. So yeah,
No brainer.
right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, with the Excalibur 2s up there, I was looking at one of those, but I don't go underwater that deep to really purchase one of those. Have you ever had an
right.
experience with Excalibur then or not?
I have a few friends who have them and they've done well, but the Excal will not hit really well with on our Canadian clad money. So
Oh
it
yeah,
has troubles, right? So, um, but yeah, I also have a Tesoro Compadre. I was saying in the chat that I use for competitions,
okay,
like seated hunts, right?
right, yeah.
You guys have that
Oh
Yeah.
where
yeah,
you
Oh
we
yeah.
guys are?
we do
Okay,
we do
okay,
one every year just for getting together with friends and chatting and
right, yeah,
good fellowship. Yeah, it's a good time.
yeah. So I don't use a I use a beep and dig machine for that because it's all about time, right? You're racing against time. So if you
Yeah,
have
oh
a display
yeah,
machine, you're always going to be looking at the screen. So beep and dig, you just go, right? Trying to
go
get
for
as
it.
much prize tokens in your pouches.
Right.
But
Paul,
yeah,
I got an XP. I got an XP a few weeks ago for $350. It was
wow.
yeah, it was a deal, wasn't it? Right. A lot of the people they're getting rid of those XPs, and I was like, man, getting into detecting years ago, I wanted that machine bad, and I'm like, man, I want to have that, but I didn't want to spend the $1,200 on one.
Hmm.
So it was now my opportunity to buy it and to go back and try it because, like I said, this show isn't all about is your machine new, is it the best and greatest? Because that XP Deus is an awesome machine, whether the new XP2 is out or not.
Hmm.
I mean, you can
Oh
tell
yeah.
us that it's great. So I mean, it's
Yeah. I actually just got my wife last year started on the Deus Lite, and so she uses a she doesn't have the control box, so she's just going by sound. And man, her finds have like doubled and tripled from because she was using a Tesoro Vaquero, and yeah, she loves it because it's lightweight, right? It's under 2 pounds,
oh yeah,
right? So
it's
yeah,
like
yeah, and so you still can get a smoke. There's some smoking deals right now on the day. There's nothing wrong with the Deus One. Like I know
mhm.
the Deus 2 that's coming out. If you have that extra, oh my gosh, that's the price of them. So that it would cost me. I think they're 15.99 US. So for me, that's about 2,300 Canadian. It's a lot
uh,
of money, you know. So,
right.
but it hasn't been tested. You know, I haven't. I've only seen a couple videos where it's been tested in the water.
Gotcha.
So, but then, yeah, I also do a lot of live digs in the water and on land and stuff like that with my Deus. So,
Right. Huh.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I went out in the field behind my house, and I hit it pretty good in this one area, and I had XP. A guy came over and he was showing me how to use it because a lot of people say it's a pretty hard machine to learn, and I kind of thought so at first too. But he was helping me learn the ins and outs of the machine and set me up some programs and stuff that was on the machine and tweaked a few of them. And I went out there and I think it was like my first or second signal. I ended up digging a buckle and I missed it
Oh,
with the
wow.
Equinox, and it was pretty deep. And I was like, man, I missed that with the Equinox. So I mean, you got to swing over it for one, and two, it's like I mean, like what we're talking about. I mean, a lot of these machines are gonna do what they need to do for the most part. I mean, to a
Yeah.
certain extent, anyway.
Well,
So,
pretty much all the machines that are coming in today, they're out with DD coils. You know,
double D, yeah.
I wish XP came out with a concentric coil because DD coils, for I don't know what it is, but they attract to bottle caps. It doesn't matter
Okay,
what machine you have. I don't know what it is, but
right,
concentric coils, you find less. You find less bottle caps, right?
yeah.
But yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
What's I gotta ask. I mean, what's your best find?
In what category?
I like the confidence in that answer. Amaze me. Come on, man.
Oh man. Well, this summer or last summer was where I am last year. There was so many fires, and we had a heat dome, and so at the same time there was the heat was so bad that it was too hot to land hunt. So I mainly all summer just went in the water, and in August alone, I found 5 really nice gold rings in just the month of August. So
Nice.
18 karat, 14 karat rings, it's just crazy. So I had a good gold month.
Wow.
But yeah, and I've also found relics and military and silver. I'm kind of like, I don't really specifically go on one genre. I like to find everything, a mixture of everything.
Right.
So
Right.
That's
No,
cool.
that's awesome, man. That's very interesting. I didn't know if because you were diving or not diving, but water digging, if you found like anything like really, really old up that way. Anything maybe from, the Revolutionary War. I don't know if the British were coming through BC at that point or not. Just didn't know if you found anything like that. You know what I mean? Going
okay,
back.
well, a couple of years ago, I water hunted an out of town lake. It's probably about just under an hour drive from here, and it goes back to 1900s where the train would go through, or train would ride along the lake. And I found a pocket watch it's silver pocket watch from England.
Oh wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, and it wasn't it was, I don't think a lot of people have been detecting this lake because it was, so I'm in waist deep water, and it's like I tripped on it, or stepped on it. I just scooped it up. It wasn't deep. It was crazy. And so then I found all the rest of the pieces around this pocket watch that I scooped up. But
Oh wow, that's awesome, man.
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That is awesome.
We need to do a giveaway, guys.
Yeah,
We gotta
raise
do
the
something.
roof.
We need to do something. It's been like, so we've been chatting so long, we forgot. We have so much stuff to give away. We got to give away stuff. Well, you can hang out. Don't worry about
Sure.
that. I'm trying to get Teresa, if she's listening. I know she is. She has the Apex that we've been trying to find out about. So I want to know about that machine. I want to know more about it. She's like, I have an Apex, and I'm like, well, come up and chat about it. Let us know what it's all about. So, but yeah, so giveaways. Let's get into it, right?
Giveaway time.
I have 3
Giveaway.
silver quarters I'm going to give away.
It's giveaway time. Gotta get ready.
I got 3 silver quarters of all different kinds. We got a Washington Standing Liberty quarter and a Barbara quarter. And I'm also going to give away some stickers. And Dustin has his prize gear on. Looks like he's booting up to get ready to give some stuff away as well.
I have some cool patches.
There you go.
There we go. Boom.
Silver,
boom.
Boom. But so I'm not super savvy on the wheel thing, and I know there's a new way where you can shoot the hashtag up as far as that goes. We're gonna try. We're just gonna do a random number. I'm gonna pick a number, and then we're gonna have people type the number in the chat, and we're gonna see how it goes, and we're just gonna see where that takes us. When I say go, I'm gonna have everybody pick a number between 1 and 500. Like I said, we're just gonna give it a shot here. If somebody picks the number, we'll stop it. I'll just type stop. And but yeah, what do you want to throw in on this one, Dustin? I'm going to throw away the silver Washington quarter, a bunch of stickers, all kinds of stickers. I might even throw some stickers in from some of you guys that are watching.
I'm going to throw in. I'm going to throw in a couple patches.
Throw it in, man.
I'm going to throw in 3 patches.
There you go. And those are cool patches, aren't they? They're like yeah.
And they're basically you sew the Velcro part on to whatever.
Oh yeah.
Want, and then the patch just goes on it. So it's a "Don't Tread on Me," a flag, and the Punisher.
People are asking me about the wheel. Unless somebody wants me to help me out with the wheel, which it's a little late for that at this point. I do need to learn how to do the wheel thing, and I think I can, but I use a computer behind my computer, so I need to have 2 monitors. It seems like a pain in the butt, but we'll just try this real quick. Yeah, I know, right? Depth Spader says that could go all night, 1 to 500. We're going to give it a shot and see how it goes.
Well, since there's 30 some people, we just picked the person that's closest to it, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to do something, but we're going to start out here, and I say go. She says, oh boy, good luck. I know there's easier ways. I've seen people do this already, so hopefully it doesn't go. I'll tell you what. I'll give everybody a hint.
Camper.
I'm gonna. Oh geez, I know who that is, probably.
So the camper's up. All right. Woo.
Let's do this, guys, and let's just jump into it here. The number I was gonna say 1 to 500. Let's narrow that down. Okay, does that make sense? Now, if everybody's listening in here, listen good. The number is gonna be between 200 and 400. All right, go, and let's type it in. And I'm gonna look. You guys look for numbers. Dustin, you know what my number is, right?
Yeah, I do.
So just start typing numbers, everybody. And
yeah, I'm looking at people, and some of the names of the people here I don't like, so it doesn't matter if they get it anyway.
But the numbers are coming in good. I can see them coming in.
Yeah, I do too.
I can't tell Paul the number, so he doesn't know, but he can guess.
Yeah, Paul, you should be putting some numbers out.
Oh, I already put my number in.
Oh, you can type as many as you want.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was just one guess.
Just type away. Type like a madman. There's some pretty close ones out there, and I'll start giving hints if it takes forever, because we won't have all night to do this. We'd rather talk about our detectors with everybody and stuff like that. But getting really close with some of these. I might give a hint away here soon.
Yeah, I think you should.
All right, so the number is in the 300s, guys, if you guys are listening out there. 300s. It's in the 300s.
Man, the chat is just flying.
I'm watching. We got a 388, 301. We got them. Keep your eye. Ooh, we got ones that are close out here.
In the 300s, guys. In the 300s.
Ooh, right there. Somebody was one away. Oh, they were so close.
Come on, guys. In the 300s.
300s.
300 and 400 is the number.
It's in the 300s. Man, you guys are so close.
Except for those in the 200s. You're not close.
Yeah, it's in the 3. Oh, we got another close one. Come on, somebody get it. Somebody get it.
There's still people in the 200s. I don't get it. Someone came close within 2. And then someone came within 3.
They're so close. It makes me. Oh, right there was a close one.
Yep. Again.
You guys are so close.
Hints are flying.
We might need a better way to do this.
I don't know. I'm having fun watching these guys. Someone's using their noodle.
Have you tried the duck race?
There it is. Stop. We got a winner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
394. It was 394.
Oh, wow.
I saw it in there. I don't remember who it was.
Donald Goudreau.
I'm trying to go back up through, and I want to find his name. Is that who it was?
Yeah, well, that's who I see. Yeah, Goodreau.
Shoo, good to go. I'm gonna find you. You find it? 394.
Okay.
Well, we know who it is. I just can't find. I was gonna put the name up there. There it is. Nope.
No. Oh, there you go. Now, was she before?
Well, what time is your comment? Oh, this could be a pain in the ass. I'm pretty sure if it's fair here, I'm pretty sure that's the first one I saw. Loretta Lawrence. If I'm wrong here, let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure.
I can't tell. Everyone keeps typing.
He was below. Everybody's still trying to win. I think I'm going to call it at that. I'm almost positive.
Let's do it.
Yeah, she just said I had it, so I'm pretty sure she did. So I'm going to write your name down. I don't know if your name's is it Loretta? I guess Loretta, right? Is that how you would say that?
Loretta.
Okay. I'm a noob.
It's over,
So I don't know.
guys. It's over. We're
Yeah.
gonna have other ones. There's more silver.
Oh,
and
there'll be
stuff
more for
coming.
sure.
Yeah.
We gotta narrow it down. I think it's like dogs in a meat market or something.
Where are you guys from?
Yeah, you talked to him for a while, Dustin.
Oh, okay. I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Or
Okay.
around these parts, we call it Pennsyltucky.
There you go.
Oh well, I grew up in southern Ontario, and for the winters I would go skiing in Glenwood, New York, at Kissing Bridge, and then Holiday Valley, which was more south.
Okay.
Have you heard of those?
Okay.
Have you heard of those places? Or?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
My mother lives in Fairport, which is right outside Rochester. It's like an hour from Ontario. So yeah, we do a lot of back and forth and checking stuff out. So yeah, absolutely.
And then there was another one. I think another one called Cochrane or something. Ski Cochrane.
Cochrane. Yep.
Yeah.
Get your mind out of it.
I don't ski. I fall.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But I roll good. I roll good.
Hey guys, real quick. Sorry to interrupt you, Loretta. If you're still watching, I hope you are. I put the email address on the bottom down there. Just make sure you email me your address, Loretta. Let me know what that is so I can get you your silver coin out to you. And Dustin will get you a bunch of the stuff that he was going to throw in. I'm also going to throw in a bunch of stickers there for you. We'll get them out to you. Just give me your information. I'll leave that ticking across the bottom there for a while, so you can get that written down. But
someone had a great idea for the next giveaway. Pick a state.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. Let's hear it.
Pick a state. Yeah. So it's
Make a what?
150. Pick a state.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. See, that's okay. I'll tell you what. We'll do that. I will do that right now. So we got the green paper. Can you see it? You can't. It's invisible. It's right here. I'm going to pick a state. And then we'll keep talking about what we originally were going to do.
Jersey history honor, New Jersey. Yeah.
Right.
So now do you go with your wife? How you manage to do that? I need to know your secret, how you get your wife to detect with you.
Oh, she actually just told me last night, because we were both watching my premiere that was on last night, and it was the video just before it snowed, and she was like, "Oh, I can't wait to go detecting again." And I'm like, "Cool," So yeah, she loves it, but she doesn't go as addicted as me, like she will only spring. She doesn't really go in the summer. She doesn't like the heat, but spring and fall, full on.
Hey, just to get out there with the one you love and do what you love to do. Wow. I mean, kudos to you. That's like getting $1 million paycheck. You know what I mean? I'd love to have my wife come with me.
You see people in the chat what they're doing already? They're already trying to guess. I didn't even start it.
We didn't start yet, guys.
State of confusion. Yeah, I can't. None of these will be. I know Teresa's out there. Teresa's watching.
Yeah, Teresa, she's there.
Yep.
Come on, Teresa, talk to us. We got room enough for 4 of us up here. So Teresa, if you're listening, I'm going to post a link. We want to find somebody that has an Apex or any machine that we didn't talk about. Heck, if you have an Excalibur, I'd love to hear somebody has an Excalibur.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about Mind Labs all night, guys. We'll talk about
I mean, we don't have to talk about Mind Labs. We can if you want.
Let's talk Garrett if you want,
Hey,
we've had them. We use them. I love them.
Hey, so everybody's still guessing on these. Check it out. I got mine right here. You can't see it, but it's going in my hat. See that? This is the state.
Can we put the state in yet?
Look at that. Not yet. Don't do it yet. But it's in my hat. You see that? No magician tricks at this show. I'm not that good. Okay, so
some guys are lagging. Got some lag.
Lag in the show, or
I don't know. Someone said they got lag, and then I saw someone said there's backup in the feed.
back up the feed.
Oh.
I don't know if our show sucks. You have to let us know. so I see some Excalibur users out here. Brad Welsh, if he's in here, which he obviously is. I'll post the link up if you guys want to drop in here. Pop in. We'll talk about it. But yeah, somebody wants to come up. I can feel it. So, Paul, do you have any interest in the new dais or not really? You're waiting to hear about it more?
I'm not interested in the price. I didn't like that price when they came out with it. I was just like, whoa, that's just a little too high for my pocket right now. So, because I buy my dais stuff pretty much half price, even cheaper.
Oh, wow.
I've never bought it new, except for that's not true. Last year I bought the new the 13-inch X35 coil. I bought that brand new in Ontario, and that finds me a lot of old coins, a lot of old silver.
Right.
It's a very deep coil.
Yeah.
If you set it up right, you can go over 3 feet if you want, but too deep for me. But
yeah. Hey, we got her. We got her lined up.
How about I'll get off, and then you guys can interview
yeah, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, brother. I mean, you want to hang out, that's fine too. If not,
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for calling in. Let us know about the dais. That's what we're looking for. Somebody with something new that can talk a little bit about it, what they like, if they do like it. It sounds like you obviously like it, so, so I want to know.
Thanks for having me, eh?
Heck yeah, buddy. I appreciate it. What'd you say?
I said he got a friend in PA.
We got 2 friends. All right. Hey, thanks again, buddy.
Thank you. Okay.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Later. All right, we're going to bring her in. We were looking for Teresa. We were looking for her, and we're going to bring her in. Let's go. What's going on, Teresa?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. So we were looking for you. We wanted to know about the Apex.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
You sound good.
Okay. I do have an Apex, and I actually won that from KG and Ringy on one of their Facebook things that they were doing.
Yeah.
And you just had to type in the comments the word Apex. And so I typed in there, give me that Apex. And you know what? They did. I won. I can't believe that I won. Hi, Audra.
That's cool.
I can't believe that I won something. And then
What were you using before that? Or don't you use the Apex?
I do use it, and I do like it. But I have AT Pro, and I have the Equinox. I have some others too, but I have my first metal detector was a White's, and it was a White's MXT 950, I believe. And I still like that machine, but that was about 10 more years ago.
Wow.
But about the Apex, I do like it. It's very, very light, and it has some set modes on it, so you can do coins, you can do zero discrimination, you can do you can do jewelry, and then a custom. So it's not multi-frequency, but you can set it up to what you want to do. And I like it. And what I really like about it is the tones and the sounds. I can hear that well. I know everybody really loves their Equinox, and I like my Nox, but I have kind of a hard time hearing, like I have a problem with my ears. And with my Nox, I just keep on finding nails. And I will, when I was up in Pennsylvania, and I was hunting with Charlie and PA Pirate Paul, and I would swing over something and think, that sounds really good. That's with my Nox. And they would swing over it and say, I wouldn't dig that. And the number looked good and the sound sounded good to me, but they would both say that they wouldn't dig it. I would dig it and it'd be a nail. So anyway,
Dustin, do you dig a lot of deep nails with your Equinox? I mean, I do, depending on the conditions and where. Sometimes I'll dig they're never really good. They're good signals. You get that chirp of a good signal, and I'll dig them and they're iron. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the deal, though. If it's a copper nail, which they made a lot of, then you're going to dig it all day because you know it's copper, right? So with Charlie and those guys, especially Charlie, I mean, he's the veteran's veteran. I mean, everyone goes to him for advice. Me too. He knows, you know, like because he knows these fields. So I don't think it's so much he knew the tone, but he knew the field more than the tone. Like he knew, all right, this field's not loaded with colonial coppers. I've been here before, and so that's how he knew. But he, you know, if you're gonna dig copper all day, no matter what machine you have. As far as iron, no, I don't dig a lot of iron at all. I to a fault, I don't dig a lot of iron. I discriminate it out. I mean, I can tell the difference, and I don't hit it.
Did you lose me?
I still got you.
Hello?
I hear you.
But you have no audio. You're like frozen.
No video.
I think she's just, hey, Dustin, I think she's just cold.
Oh, what happened?
She's just cold.
She froze.
I was frozen. I could see it. I have my phone here, and I could see it.
I'll tell you what, Teresa, I'll pop you out, and you want to pop back on?
Mm-hmm.
I'll try that real quick. I'll just delete you out and then see if you can. I'll put the link up and see if you can come back in.
Okay.
If you hear us. All right. So I think she's just cold, right? It happens, right? It's pretty cold out there.
It could be. But I want to hear what she has to say. She's good.
It's 20 degrees out here at my place. Let's bring her back in here once. Yeah, I want to bust your chops about the non-waterproof. Why would they do that on that machine? Let's bring her back in here. Hopefully she sees it. If Teresa, if you're out there, I just posted the link again. We got Action 5 popping in here. Let's see what else we got out here. Jeff's Obsessions. We got some new guys popping in here. Perry Kettle. Nice to meet you. I don't know if we ever chatted before.
Yeah, some new ones for sure.
Yeah, we got some new people in here. If anybody's watching here that's listening to me and you have the Excalibur, let us know. I'd love to talk to you guys. Anybody that has that Excalibur. I'll put the link up here one more time, and I'm going to bring Teresa back in. Yeah, a few people had it. So I want to see if I can get them up in here. All right, let's bring Teresa back in and see if she's thawed out.
Every time Orlando posts or anyone posts the arms up, I do that. There you go.
You're not as cold anymore.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
very good.
I believe that might have been my Wi-Fi because it said all of a sudden it said you're offline, so it could have been that. But
what is that awesome accent?
I'm from Texas.
Love it.
Thanks, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, it's awesome.
I was going to tell you about the Apex. I first used the Apex in Oklahoma at the Red Dirt Treasure Shootout, and I was with Gypsy, and that's what she was using. And she actually had an extra one. She let me use it, and I really liked it a lot. I also, while I was there, I was in Texas, so I had an AT Gold was the machine that I brought, and she let me borrow the Apex. And I really liked it. I liked that it was light, and I liked that we could, I could switch it to coins or relics or jewelry and I'm going to always like the Garrett sounds because of my ears. I can hear them very well. And so it was very light, which I really like that. So my opinion on it for someone that a lady or someone that's just starting out, maybe, I would think that the Apex would be a good for that. I do like it. And actually, when I was hunting with the Quarter Order gang, I switched and got my Apex. And with my Apex, I actually found a Rev War button. When I was just I was finding nails and gears and pieces of plows and, a lot of iron with my Nox. So I was getting a little frustrated with it, and could be that I just need more time with it. I need more practice, but it's the sounds. I believe I can't hear the different tones very well. Me. So
Teresa brings up a really, not to cut you off there, but I mean that's what this show is all about. Like I brought it up at the beginning of the show, Dustin, where I said about every machine is different for each person. Like she just She basically just came out and said about the tones. Like I hated those tones, but she loves them. So that's kind of where it goes with, you know what I mean? You might like the tones, or she might not like the tones, or everybody's a little different, and that's where this is all about. Is like, what do you like about it? It's not what the ultimate machine is, period. It's what it is to you, and that's exactly
what works for you.
Exactly, and that's what this is all about, and that was just cool to hear her say that, because I mean, her and I would be completely different with the tones.
I
like
think
that
the Knox probably is a much, I assume, is a much better machine as far as the distinguishing between things. If you can hear it, I see the numbers, and my numbers were the same as their numbers, but they heard it different than me, and they would say, I wouldn't dig that.
Wow.
And I would just say, well, why not? I mean, it's a 19, or, you know, it sounds like a good number. It looks like a good number, and it's loud in my ear, but it was something about it. So anyway, I do like the Apex, and I do recommend it for somebody that's just starting out. I think that'd be a good machine.
The one thing
I hate to tell you what Charlie did, though. What he did, as soon as you walked away, him and Paul dropped little tokens on the ground where that hit was, and then they guided you, you know, to the rest of the field. I've seen these guys, especially Charlie. You know, that's how he rolls.
You know,
if you know Charlie, you know I'm kidding.
I know Charlie. I do.
Yeah.
Well, it was right. I mean, not even 10 feet from me. They had told me not to dig this, that they wouldn't dig this particular one that I found. And about, I don't know, 10 to 15 feet away from me, Paul started digging something, and he dug up a half real just right by me. And a real is something I would love to find, that or a trime. Those are two things that, of course, everybody would like to get, but
me too.
I'm wanting that. But there's not many of those in Texas or Wyoming where I live. And I think it was Alan a while ago asked where I was from in Texas. And,
I saw
am I
that
frozen? Yeah, I'm from Northeast Texas, around Tyler, Longview, in that area.
There's no Spanish history up that way?
No, not really. No, and especially not in Wyoming.
Okay, well, yeah.
No, but I am going to Florida, and so I know that Brandon Carmichael found a real at Florida Hunt. I think it was 7, and so he said he's going to bring it for me, at least look at it and hold it. So, yeah. Squeak, digging with Squeak, either that's Bill or Squeak says that their real sleeps next to their pillow at night. That's something I really want to find. But I actually like digging anything, you know.
Teresa, do you do water hunting? Do you water hunt?
I did. Yeah. I actually just like to walk through creeks. I'm not great at metal detecting in a creek because it's hard for me to find. But I love walking through a creek and finding stuff. And that's when I was with Charlie. We were at the Manitowani Creek, which is awesome. We were right behind Ben Franklin's mill. And I found in the water, just laying there on a rock, kind of out in the middle, a 1700 shoe buckle. And I walked up to him. He was tired because I was wearing him out. I can go forever. And he sat down. Anyway, I walked around the corner to him and I said, look what I found. And his mouth dropped open. He said, that's a shoe buckle. He said, that's like the Pilgrims or the Quakers wore. That is old. And so it's really pretty. That's my favorite thing that I've found. One of my favorite finds. But yeah. But I wasn't doing my metal detector. I'll do the metal detector on the side of the creek, like in the mud. But in the water, I have a hard time finding it. Maybe just practice. I need to practice, but I don't know. I feel like I can't find it, and I don't have a scoop or anything, so I'm just sticking my arm down in there and my pinpointer trying to find it.
You know what the biggest flop to me on that Apex was that they didn't make it waterproof. That was like, ugh.
Well, the coil can go down in the water. You know,
it's just not the box.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, you like it, so I mean, they have other machines for other things.
I do like it for me, and like my little daughter-in-law, she'll hunt with me in the parks and stuff here in Wyoming, and she likes it too. you know, it's just, it's easy. It is an easy machine to do. And the numbers are pretty true. You know, you get in the 70s and you got a quarter or you got a dime, you know, you get in the 40s and you might have a little jewelry or you might have a nickel, you know, it's pretty. And then you've got pull tabs and can slaw and
Oh, crap.
but everybody gets that. So,
Yep.
Hey,
yeah.
Teresa and Dustin, I got somebody in the background. It looks like Swing That Thing. I know we never talked before. Is it cool if I bring him in? I do see in the background he has an Excalibur back there.
Oh, wow.
So,
Oh, I want to tell you something too. Go ahead and get him in, but I wanted to tell you something. I did order the Legend.
Oh,
so
that'll be cool to hear. Maybe we'll have to have you back on and chat about that once you get it. Any idea when you might have it, Teresa, or not really yet?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I ordered it from. Let me see if I can get this off here. Just do a little commercial for.
Can you?
Dig.
Okay, there you go.
That's Ray and Joe Setti and.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot one more. Anyway, I ordered it from them. So
that's cool.
Anyway,
shout out there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get off because I have a house full of my family's here. So I'll keep watching. Yeah, I'm so glad to see everybody and say hi.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do is getting everybody with a different machine. I mean, that's what we're trying to do here tonight. But you were suiting our fancy for the Apex, so we appreciate it.
Yeah. When you said that, I thought, well, I'm gonna go in the office and get on there for a few minutes. So, but I'll keep watching.
Cool. Hey, thanks for popping on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night, everybody.
All right, see ya. All right, we're gonna bring in Swing for the Ring. We never met him yet. I don't know. Do you know who Swing for the Ring is, there, Dustin?
Nope.
I guess I never met him, so we're gonna bring him in. We're gonna meet him right now. And like I said, I see his Excalibur in the background, so hopefully he can let us know. Let's bring him in. Here's a Swing for the Ring, everybody.
I heard he's doing the whole coin giveaway.
What's up, man?
How are we doing?
How you doing?
Good.
So we never met before, so we might as well break the ice on that. Where are you from?
Yeah, so I live up in Michigan, and it's a balmy 17 degrees today. It's probably back down in the single digits now.
Oh, geez. That's no good.
The water, I live a mile from Lake Michigan, and the water's still open, so get your wetsuit on, I guess.
So, no, let me ask you this. I mean, you have the Excalibur. Is that your main squeeze, is water hunting, or?
Yeah, so the nice thing is where I live in Michigan, obviously everything is freshwater. So I have an AT Pro, which I've had for a number of years, and I've used that. But I do have the Excalibur as well. And the reason that I think a lot of people go with the Excalibur is because of the black sand. And we do have that in Michigan, from the volcanic runoff and everything. And black sand typically will cause a lot of instability amongst a lot of machines. If you guys ever come across that, especially, I know if you're hunting the Jersey shoreline, up and down the coast there, salt water will mess with it. Well, being here, everything is freshwater, so we're a little bit spoiled in that regard. But I recently got my scuba certification, and so I also plan on doing some deeper dives. And the Excalibur, you can dive with it. It is pretty solid. Going, I think it's almost 200. I think it's 200 deep. Meters. Yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot.
So I wanted to be able to get that for that purposes. I've used the CZ20 back in the day. If you guys have ever used the Fisher CZs 20 is the old model. Now they only, I think, produce 21s. Those things are tanks, but they're just so bulky and big. So moved over to an Excalibur.
We have a guy, actually, I was just talking to the other week, Action 5, if he's in here still, he was asking me about that machine you just mentioned. I never even really personally heard about it. That Fisher one, the Excalibur just seems like a lighter machine and a better alternative. But
yeah, and again, it's just one of those things. You see a lot of people talking about it in the chat and what they're using. It's MindLab technology. I think what MindLab has really done for a lot of people in the metal detecting community is just amazing. I think they just keep blowing people away with the types of machines that they're punching out there, whether you're a coin shooter, if you're looking for gold nuggets. or you're out there looking for jewelry and rings, relics even.
Right.
The Mind Lab stuff is just outstanding. So pretty hard to beat.
So let me ask you, since you got the Excal, I mean, do you have a lot of time on it, a lot of hours on it? I mean,
yeah, I've had it for a number of years now. I have flooded the machine as far as the battery compartment goes, and that's the nice thing with this machine as opposed to some other machines that you might come across where both the battery and the circuit board is kind of housed in the same thing, which is dangerous if you're hunting in the water. The battery is separate, so generally the only thing you're going to flood is the battery. You just got to get a new one. And they're not too bad. And it's like 120, maybe 140 bucks to replace. You can send it to Mind Lab. They'll repair it for you. I also have blown through a coil on this one as well. But again, Mind Lab customer service has been pretty rock solid as far as being able to get that fixed and get it back to me. So I've traveled with this thing, taken it on flights, gone down to Florida with it. It does break down pretty nicely. I carry it in my carry-on of all things. Haven't had any trouble going through airport security or anything like that. So that's been pretty easy. So it's been good. The number of hours that I put on it, like I said, I've probably had this one now for about 4 years. So like I said, gone through a little bit of, maintenance with it, but it's still a rock solid machine.
That's cool. Yeah. I always see YouTube videos of people using them underwater. And I always like the sounds of the other, like a wah, wah, like a weird, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of a different something I'm not used to because I never used one, but I kind of thought that was kind of neat how they did that. Like, and it almost gave how would you describe that audio? It's like
so it's definitely a different sound. And Brad did correct us. It is 200 feet, not 200 meters. So don't dive down, 600 feet on a shipwreck. But 200 is more than I think anyone needs to dive. So yeah, the audio tones are a lot different, especially if you are used to, say, like a Garrett sound where it's more of the ding, 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 like the bell tones. With a lot of the Mind Labs, it can go and range as much as 50, even 100 little variations, and kind of like the wow, 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 wow. And a lot of that has to do with the. Someone please remix that for me. I will use it in my next intro. So this is a threshold machine, so you can turn it up so that when the threshold is breaking, which is just that constant hum that you're going to hear. You break that threshold with one of those tones, generally you have a target. And some people will even dig silent breaks where that could be a really deep target, but it could also be iron that's nulling out the machine. And that's just something you're going to come to learn with over time. But it's still the same as far as you could get really low grunts. It's going to be like a foil sound. You're going to get more of a mid-tone sound. That's going to be your pull tabs. Hopefully your gold rings, and then you're going to get really high pitches, which are going to be coins and silver and things like that. So I think just with any machine, you start to train your ears, and that's what I recommend doing first. Train your ears before you go off of numbers, because the numbers honestly can lie sometimes. I'm sure you guys have maybe found silver and it's 9-10 inches down, but it comes in, like a really weird, like zinc penny sound, or maybe even a little bit lower. Gold tab even, and you're like, how is this silver? Well, it was so deep, and you're just like, I hardly ever would have guessed that. So,
I mean, a lot of the people watching that don't know about the Excalibur. Obviously, you've already told us it's a water machine, but as far as I know, it doesn't really have any. Well, it doesn't have a screen on it, so obviously you don't really know. It's all about sound. How many tones is it? It's how many tones would you describe it as? A 3-tone machine?
No, it's definitely, for me, it's definitely a variation. My ears are probably going to pick out about 20 different tones. And again, that's just depending on the discrimination that you're going to have. Not the best lighting here to really show you on this, but it does have a sensitivity. It's got volume adjustment, and then it does have a threshold, which again is in a way kind of like a sensitivity. A lot of people will crank up their threshold, and it's a really loud, just constant zzz. And to me, that gets annoying, especially if you're just wandering the shoreline for hours on end. So what I do is I hunt in what's called like a silent search mode. I'll take it all the way up to where I hear that threshold, and then I will back it down just until the point where I can't hear anything. So I'm just hunting in silence. I can hear all the people around me, you know, whether they're making fun of me or, you know, they're just talking about me. I'm like, I hear you, you know, type of thing. But that's a nice way to hunt. And as soon as you hit a target, it's just like, oh my goodness, you definitely have something there to dig. So nice. You know, the headphones, they've got the gel ear pads on, super comfortable for me. I know some people though will modify these. They don't like the stock yellow headphones. I think they switch them out for like gray ghost headphones. They say those are more comfortable. But like I said, you can take these stock like ear pads off, which I did, and you can get a nice, you can put your own custom gel ear pads on. It's a lot more comfortable. So
do you detect with that? Do you detect with that anywhere else? Like, have you tried fields and stuff with it, or no? Just strictly for water?
I've pretty much strictly gone like dry sand and beach, and then water. I have tried it in the park just to see, you know, how good it would do, coin shooting and things like that. Because again, it's to the point where even when I use my AT Pro, I seldom look at numbers. I'm going ding, 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 ding. And, you know, it's just, that's a coin or that's silver. I'm digging it. I don't care what the number is. I know it's a high tone and I'm just instantly down digging. A lot of the guys that I hunt with make fun of me because I will be so fast to like recover targets, trying not to waste time. Cause it's like either I'm digging it or I'm not. And you just keep moving on. And it's all because of tones. I don't sit here for 5 minutes and going in 3-4 different directions trying to pinpoint it and locate precise center. You know, I know it's within that coil. I cut a nice, you know, 10-inch plug around there and flip it over, and I just try to recover it as fast as I can. So
does that machine null out with iron, like when you're underwater? Like just to dive and detect asked, how does it discriminate iron? Like, does it null out or does it?
Yeah, so it'll just null out over it, and you only have to move it to a 1 discrimination to do that. And I don't have to hear any of that, which is good. Again, hunting in freshwater, specifically because iron is always there. It's, you know, not deteriorating like you're going to see it in salt water, as eventually the salt breaks it down to nothing. So we've got a ton of iron here in our lakes and rivers.
How's that work with do you have a lot of copper in the water?
So like fun thing with with Michigan, if you go up north, there's guys that do, and by up north I mean the Michigan's Upper Peninsula, there is, you know, they call it float copper, but people can go through there and they're along the riverbanks and some of the old tailing piles in some of the copper mines, which Michigan's Northern Peninsula is famous for. They will pull just massive. Some people have pulled like 30, 40 pounds of this copper ingot just out of these rivers. And so, yeah, it is up there. I personally haven't gone copper hunting, but yeah.
Lost you.
We saw that, Andy. We saw that. What are you doing?
Hey, you guys cool with doing a giveaway quick? It's in my hat, remember? It's in my hat. It's in my hat. Remember the states? Remember the states?
Yeah, that's right. State time.
We need to give something away. So swing that thing. What's your name? We never got your name.
Oh, my name's Ace, and it's swing for the ring. Come on, we're not just swinging for things.
Get it right.
Ace, like Ace Ventura. I love that movie. That's
Ace Ventura, the Gold Detective.
There you go. No, that's cool. I appreciate you coming. You can hang out. You can hang out by all means. A lot of questions. And like I said, I'm going to post the link up here. You guys, I know we were getting pretty in depth there with that Excalibur. And that's, like I said, that's what we wanted to do, right, Dustin? I mean, we want to know what everybody's got, machines that we don't even know to tell anybody about. That's why, we bring guys like Ace on so he can tell us about it, what he likes, what he doesn't like, and stuff like that. But let's do a quick giveaway here. And maybe, like I said, I'll post the link up here. I just posted it. If anybody else wants to pop on, you don't have to have a machine that we, that we particularly didn't really talk about. You can have anything. We don't, it doesn't matter. So, all right. So in my hat, I have a state.
Well, hold on. What are we giving away?
Well, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked. So,
do you want to know what
we're going to
give away?
Okay. Well, you go first.
Yeah, okay.
You go first.
So I have an illuminated. Let me do this. It is a loop. It's a focus loop.
To look at coins and stuff.
Yeah, to look at your coins, look at finds, help you get the minute details out of it. It does work. See there, you can see how it works.
Yeah.
And it's lighted. So I bought this, haven't used it because I actually got an hot light, a special light.
He has really good eyes, everybody.
Yeah, watch my videos. This is yeah. And then I have some patches too. So we have some patches.
You got some cool patches there, yeah, definitely. The Velcro-y ones too.
So, but the loop, that's cool stuff, guys.
I got a silver standing quarter. And I'm gonna also throw in some of the Lost Boys Recovery stickers. And also, I'll probably throw in some stickers from some other people that have given me stickers that I have doubles of. That way, you guys out there that have sticker boards and stuff, I know you like to collect stickers, as I do too. So I'll try to share the wealth and throw in some other stickers from some other guys out there, guys and gals. So, all right, let's do this. When I say go, you're going to pick a state, any state. And then when we see it, which Dustin, you don't know. Actually, Dustin, you know what I'll do?
Yeah, that's cool.
I better tell it to you at least, right? So you can keep an eye on it.
Oh yeah, that would help.
Hold on here.
So listen, 33 watching. I have a chance. Yes, you do, T-Bird.
All right, hold on with me quick. I gotta share this with Dustin since we're not doing a wheel. All right, Dustin, I sent it over.
While we're waiting, Ace.
Yes.
So your parents are Kiss fans?
Yeah, Freely's. Freely freaks.
Are they? Is that where you got your name?
No, I actually got it from my grandpa. He used to fly single engine airplanes.
No.
Yeah. So
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you, man. Either way, it's a win-win.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, Andy.
Oh, you're good. All right, I'm just gonna post it down. Guess 50 states. It's 150 state. Did you get? You know who it is? Did you get my message, Dustin?
Oh, hold on, brother.
Get my message so you know who to look for.
Did you message me or text me?
It's on Facebook.
Okay.
Unless you can't do that, I don't know.
Got it.
Okay, so ready? Everybody go. Guess the state.
One thing I will say about the Excalibur, while everyone's guessing, is it's sensitive. If you're looking for little tiny stud earrings, sometimes you'll pick up the little bits of aluminum foil thinking it could be a small gold ring. It's very sensitive. It'll pick those little objects up. I have not found a thin gold chain with it yet. Probably one of the hardest things for a metal detector to actually find, just the way that, it's so thin and tiny. But stud earrings all day with this thing.
What's your best find on it?
I
would say
keep talking, but we got a winner.
Nice. With that, just a couple of fat gold class rings from like the 1940s.
That sucks. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I usually throw them back.
Yeah, that's what I do. No, that's awesome, man. That really is. You find anything historic yet?
Not out in the water. Well, I have found I have a shipwreck that's literally up on a beach here about 2 miles from where I'm at.
Wow.
So, I mean, I found artifacts from there. But I would say as far as in Lake Michigan, nothing beyond just kind of relic-y boat wreckage.
Right. There's a lot of wrecks.
Yes. The Great Lakes actually, I think, per capita has more shipwrecks than any part of the ocean.
Yep. I've heard that. I have heard that. Yeah, you'll never run out of places to detect or dive. You know what I mean? That's awesome.
Right.
And they had that Confederate gold, I think, there too, that they talk about.
It's like, you do the Michigan thing here, and on the camera, this is probably flipped backwards. So, right up along the coast here, right in that Traverse City area, going towards Ludington, if you're looking on a map, yeah, right off the coast there. They say, there's a boxcar full of gold out there.
Yep.
So, guys, Patty Disharoon, I guess if I said that name right, Disharoon, she's the one that won. She guessed Oklahoma. That was in my hat.
Boomer Sooner, Boomer
Oklahoma.
Sooner.
You can't really see because the green screen there. Just Oklahoma. It's kind of freaky. But yeah, Oklahoma. Patty, congratulations. We will send you out that stuff. Dustin, I'll write that down. I don't know if you want to or not, but yeah.
You're just going to send me the info. Yeah, if you guys don't get your stuff, it's because Andy screwed up. Not me. Not me.
I don't screw up.
I will tell you guys, whether you're a water hunter or land, I've really started to get a number of calls and emails for recoveries. And I don't know if you guys have gone on any recovery missions here, I had a couple of news stories and articles written about me just from the local newspapers and stuff when they saw me out metal detecting. It was more of like a human interest type story, but people saw what I was doing. And then they said, hey, we lost so-and-so's, wedding ring or class ring at my cabin or on the beach here. Can you go look for it? Hey, I lost it 2 nights ago. My son lost it. So the last couple of years, I've just been going up and down the coast, just finding people's lost items.
Nice.
And, sometimes it's stuff you wouldn't even think is valuable to you, but, you're finding prescription glasses, boat keys, that they dropped off of a dock, tools. Some people just want their wrenches back when they're putting docks in and out, those types of things. So nice thing to do. There's a couple of, I guess, clubs or forums. One of them you guys probably seen in the metal detecting community, Ring Finders. That one's all right. It is a paid subscription to be a member there and have your information listed. There's another one that's called Lost My Stuff Group. That one's great. It's just more of a volunteer thing, and they post things when it's in your area. So if you guys are ever looking, anyone in the chat is looking to go out and earn karma points, go ahead and get into that. It'll be fun. And usually people they'll at least throw you a couple of bucks to go get lunch or coffee. So it's nice.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. It is Swing for the Ring. So people can just click on my profile and check that out.
If I don't have you, good Lord. If I don't have you, I'll add you.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Swing. It's not swinging the thing.
Can you get them up on your thing on the bottom? Swing for the Rings.
And that's pretty much all social media. You would find that. So
just type in Swing for the Ring. I'm sure they'll find you.
Yep.
Well, if I had him as a moderator, I could probably have him add his link. But I mean, people are watching here. Swing for the Ring. We'll check you out. I'm sure a lot of the people that watch these chats will go back and they'll look. You might get some subs if anybody's watching.
Don't make me a moderator. With great power comes great responsibility. And well, I'm a little. Don't drink and detect, kids.
Yeah.
Ace, you better come back. All right, we expect to see you. All right, man, you're awesome.
All right, guys, sounds good. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
we
man.
appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
We'll see you, brother.
He was cool.
Yeah, man. Nice getting people from Michigan, with Alaska, Oklahoma. Man, we got Texas people.
Yeah.
What a good group of viewers tonight.
Definitely a lot of good people out here. We didn't get
one more. We have one more giveaway tonight. Later, in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have one last one then.
Yeah, we do got another one. Let's see who we got here once. I know we're still watching the chat, but it's hard to when you're talking to somebody there. So apologize to you guys out here still. We still have 32 people out here, so we appreciate you following us along. That's good. Pretty good group all night, just hanging out and chatting. I don't know how everybody's snow situation is, if they're snowed in. If I'm off work tomorrow. You probably work tomorrow, or you do your own thing pretty much. So you bastard.
Day off.
Yeah, you did.
Executive decision.
Right.
Oh, and since we do have a minute here, I will give myself a selfless plug. Dutch Boy Adventures.
Yeah, definitely.
Check me out on YouTube. I get a lot of different people to hunt with me. They usually come and hunt with me on my permissions, and we have a lot of fun. And Andy will be on one of these adventures coming up. We've been planning, and there's a lot to check out on my channel. There's videos with Aqua Chigger. There's videos with Charlie. We have dirt digging PA videos I put on my channel from our seeded hunt from the great people of dirt digging PA, Kent and Wendy Davis.
Alan says, I don't want to hunt with Dustin.
Anytime, look me up. Dutch Boy Adventures. I'm on YouTube and Facebook. We have a Facebook page.
Yeah, so, there's a mix of, I mean, there's people, I know people in the chat that are from Florida that I talk to. I mean, there's all around the board, there's people in the chat right now. So it's trying to get somebody else, man, out there to come in. Everybody's so scared. Why are they so scared? It's all fun, people.
I say, is that an invitation, Dustin? Yeah, guys, I'll tell you this. I like taking people with me. Generally, I tell them this, you want to go, it's got to be a mutual thing, because there's a lot of people that don't have places to go, and they're just happy to tag along and go. So I'm all for increasing the peace and helping everybody out and, sharing. So just always remember, you got to share in return. But yeah, I enjoy taking people with me and showing them different things. And it's kind of what we were talking about Harley, and that's what he does out in Boyertown. He takes people with him and Paul, and they do fun hunts, make videos. Did you do a hunt with them, Andy? Did you do a hunt with those guys yet?
Which one's you said
the history guys, Charlie Harley and Paul.
No, I have not.
Yeah, I thought you did. Who'd you do some hunts with?
As far as like any YouTubers, not really too many, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's
you're your own star.
Not really. There's a guy in the chat. His name's Action 5. He's an older fella. He's always touring different places. He's from York, believe it or not. He has a YouTube channel as well. I mean, you yourself, we never really we don't even live that far away, but we've been trying to, but with the snow and stuff. You know what I mean? You got the history hoarders out there. I never really met up with them yet. A lot of the people that I detect with, they don't have channels. You know what I mean? They're in it to dig, and I mean, that's cool. And you don't need to have a channel to enjoy metal detecting. But yeah, I'd love to meet more people, and I'm having a hard time just coming to meet you there, brother.
I know.
So
hey, plenty of time. The stuff's not going anywhere, and I'd rather hunt with people than having people out there with their freaking headlamps on, hunting in the middle of the night. Just out there snaking people. I'd rather take someone with me and have some fun and some laughs. I mean, that's definitely the one thing I enjoy the most, beside the scenery.
Right. Mark and Angela said you're coming to Jersey this summer. I'd love to. I know. I don't know if Audrey's in here, and Bobby. I don't know if they're in here or not anymore, but they're from down around the Jersey area there. Seems like there's a lot of diggers down there, Dustin. That from the area.
I want to go visit Maddie and his dad. And
okay.
Just visit with them and say hi to them, because watching little Maddie grow up on YouTube is just funny. Watching his voice change and the size and all that. I want to meet those guys. It had nothing to do with detecting. Just watching a young man grow in front of your eyes and become a heck of a detectorist like his old man.
Yeah.
So there's some good ones out there. We got to meet up, and that's the thing, guys. It's about the finds for sure, but it's also, this is what we do for fun, for peace of mind, for therapy. It's meant to be enjoyed by all of us. So.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do we want to talk about? Do we have a detector we want to talk about right now? I mean,
well, man, what did we miss? I'm trying to think. Let me look at my notes.
No, no one's talked about the Pro or the Gold. Other than quick mentions of them.
I mean, great machines. That just because they're older doesn't mean they can't. And then the funny thing is, Dustin, a lot of people use the Pro. Like, you look at a lot of the videos still today on YouTube. There's still a lot of people using them.
I'll tell you, what's the name
What
of
is
that?
what does Aquachigger use when you went? So Dustin mentioned that he goes hunting, and if you look at his last YouTube videos, he had the blessing to hunt with Aquachigger. I mean, what was he using when you were hunting together?
He's using the Max.
Okay.
You know, I think that's what he was using the last time. You know, he's straight Garrett, but he'll try anything. I know that for a fact.
Right.
You know, but yeah, he loves it, and like he's a monster with it. I mean, I don't know how people. I only know one guy that has the knowledge of a Max and then a Knox, and that's Jerry Ross. But you know, I don't know how they compete with each other really, but I know Chig
Yeah.
goes out there with that thing and he goes behind me and digs stuff. You know, we all hate that. You know, you hit an area and then 10 seconds later someone goes over, you missed this. It is our one moment of joy, but he does that with that machine. So it's like kind of what Bobby said. You learn to use it, it becomes one with you.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's vicious with that thing.
It's funny you mentioned, so like the thing that made me change, because I was using an AT Pro, then I went to an AT Max. And I was using an AT Max when my buddy was using the Equinox. And we hit up a house and he was in front of me, or no, I was in front of him, I mean, detecting like a sidewalk area. And I went over this area and I didn't really get any signals at all. And I'm swinging pretty slow, you know, because it's a sidewalk. And I go past and he comes up behind me a little bit later and he starts pulling like all these wheat pennies, like all along the sidewalk. And I was like, what the shiz, man? I was like, I was just there. You know, I could have missed them, but it was like several wheat pennies. It wasn't just like one or two. It was like 5 or 6. And I'm like, what the shiz? You know, like, how did that? And that was the day where I was like, look, dude, either I suck as a detectorist, which I know you'll have a smart ass comment, or you didn't say no, or the machine is just better. You know, it's something better about it. And that was the day where I went home. You know, I'm like on the internet, I'm like Equinox. I'm watching the videos. I'm like, and I just ordered one. And then I started using it and I started liking it. And you know what the funny thing is, Dustin, about that machine is I noticed for some reason when I go to these old houses that have been pounded, I seem to find more wheat pennies that are super deep. I don't know why that machine likes those wheat pennies, but it likes them and it likes them real deep. Why the wheat penny?
Yep.
I don't.
Well,
nuts. It's
similar with me. I kept going. You can see it in the video channel in the videos I have with Jerry Ross. I had the Pro, and we'd go out and he had the Knox, and every time he was doubling the amount than me, you know. And then so one day we went to this place, and he said, "Hey, come here." And he had been trying to talk me to Knox forever, and he goes, "You just were here." He goes, "Run your coil over this." I'm running my Pro coil over, and there's nothing. And he's like, "No, listen." And he's hitting it with his, and you can pick it out. And one thing I did figure out is the Knox is just fantastic at coins that are standing up straight, not flat like that, but like straight. And there's something about that I noticed, because you got to look at your holes in after a while and see how are these coins facing. And sure as anything, it's all the coins on there. And like you said, the deep ones under roots. There's just certain things that the Pro isn't as capable of doing.
Yeah, I agree.
What was your? I went home that day and said, "Same thing as you." I'm getting one.
I mean, I'm sure everybody has a story, and it's kind of funny that I mentioned that. It would almost be kind of fun to bring someone else up if anybody's in the chat that has a funny story about that. That uses like maybe a less expensive machine, right? And then they went back to another spot with like a better machine, something of a higher caliber, like your Equinox or whatever. If anybody out there is listening and wants to come up and give us maybe one of their war stories about what Justin, Dustin and I just said,
Well, that's like I went this summer and went back to a spot that I swore I pounded into the dirt on one of my Span Am camps, and I went back with the Knox just as a lark and just started knocking out Indian head pennies and relics. And it was just like, you're kidding me. I know I walked this. and the signals were different. I intentionally thought all the signals were just crappy can signals, but something about the multi-frequency brings out a more solid, what do you want to call it? A more solid description of that coin or that. Metal.
Right.
So yeah, I've gone back and I've done that.
Huh.
So we don't have a bunch of people that want to talk tonight. They just want to listen to us. That's awesome. We're having a good time.
Jersey Ray just came in. Jersey Ray, how's it going? Talking about detectors that we've had, and kind of, not to say we sucked with, but we went over spots, didn't find stuff, and then we had our buddies go over and find stuff in front of us, and we felt bad, so we bought the better machine. So if anybody's wanting to come up and give us one of their stories, like I said, hey, we can talk all night, buddy. We don't have.
Where are we going? It's either that or shovel.
Yeah, we're not. I'm not all about shoveling, but
yeah, I'm not either. No, it looks like we have a good group here. Everyone's enjoying talking to each other and listening to us, and that's what it's about. I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourselves. That's awesome.
I'll build myself a snow tunnel.
Hey, that's neat. That's really neat, man.
Guess what? I got somebody behind me. There's somebody behind me in my channel.
Who's that?
They got me. Who out there is somebody? I mean, you probably done that as a kid, dug some big old tunnels down there.
Oh yeah, one of my best memories is the blizzard of '78, and we dug some massive tunnels. Like we lived in the city, and so they dumped the snow. It was just mounds and massive, and we'd just dig in there. And our parents would yell at us because they were always scared the trucks were going to come and crush us. You know, because we'd be in these big, massive piles of snow.
That's funny. Looks like we got Team Lynch up here.
Yeah.
Dime Detective. There's a lot of new faces that I've never seen on the chat. So thanks for popping in, guys. We got 37 people in here, Dustin. So there's a lot of people hanging out. Yeah, I mean, it's going up and down. It's all around.
I thought everyone about this point would be like, all right, good night.
I'm surprised when they saw you, they didn't go. When they saw you, they didn't run.
I know. And just for some of you new people, I'll dress up for you. I am an antique dealer, so I get a bunch of weird stuff. But I do want everyone to know that
you got the.
Yep, and I am the undisputed heavyweight metal detecting champion of the world. I dare any of you to come knock this off my shoulder. Yeah.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
Oh Lord.
If I had an order machine, I'd say you could school me. I'll still come for your challenge. Pow!
You don't want none of this, old man.
Undisputed. There you go. Metal detecting with Pete. It says undisputed champion.
There he is, man.
People said they're off work tomorrow.
Talk about new machines. What new machines? We were trying to talk about the Deus, but we got nothing on that. No one has any.
I mean, if somebody's got a Deus, I'll give. If somebody has a Deus, I'll give them like a hell of a prize just for coming on to talk about it. But they got to have it. They can't just be like telling me stuff I already know. You know, I want to see it. You got a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked about that. We talked about what did we have? The Vanquish, right?
Yeah, the Squeak. Squeak had the Vanquish.
Talked about the Vanquish, and then what was the last one here? What was that called? The
Excalibur 2 underwater machine.
Yeah. So I mean,
which I've never used.
Yeah, we've talked about some. If you're just coming in and you missed any of them, we're sorry. We started at 7, so we did knock out you know, a
good many
detectors. Yeah.
We went over beginner machines, Simplex, the Garrett line. Yep. You have to go back and watch the replay. But yeah, I mean,
and the Excalibur Ace was very, very informative on that Excalibur. Matter of fact, Squeaky was pretty informative on hers. And what do we have? Teresa.
Yep. She had the Apex.
Yeah. Teresa had the Apex. So we definitely covered some. I didn't realize we covered that much until we just talked about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk, guys. Give us something.
I'll tell you what we didn't talk about. Man, I got a bug in my throat.
I'll see you, Alan.
The CTX 3030. How about if anybody has a CTX 3030, which I know somebody does. I know they're heavy.
Yeah, they are.
Right. I know that. And I know some people that have them. But if anybody has any CTX 3030 they want to come on and talk about, that'd be cool to hear about. I'd like to hear about that. There again, not a machine that's super new, but still a great machine till the day.
Hey, Andy, you're gonna have to carry this for 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Oh, that's fine. I'll be all right.
Back.
Come back. Come back. Yeah, Metal Detecting North Carolina says the CTX 3030 is a beast. I would agree. I mean, I hunt with the fella. His name's Gene. He has one. He does really good with that machine. It's a good machine. It's heavy. But I think a lot of the guys that had CTXs, they might have gave them up to get Equinoxes just because of the fact that they were very, very heavy. Swing for the Ring says, should I come back? Yeah, I mean, he's got some funky sounds going on. If you want to come back, Swing for the Ring, come on back. Give us a little talk about the CTX 3030. That's completely fine. Too heavy for me. Yeah, I think so too, Lisa P. I think it's a little heavy for me as well. Post the link up here if anybody wants to come on. You don't have to have a CTX. You can have any machine you want to talk about. It can be something we haven't talked about or something that we have talked about. Let me know what you want to talk about. Completely fine. Dustin went to go get a drink. He'll be back. So don't leave the show. I know you like him and all out there. You can look at my little snow dude. How much snow you guys getting out there, by the way? In Pennsylvania here, I don't even really look outside lately. Not quite sure. How much snow you got now, Dustin?
About 3 feet.
3 feet.
I don't know. I didn't look.
Holy shnikes. I'm in my snow tunnel here in mine.
See, I don't know. I have a son to take care of those things.
Oh.
Wow.
That's good to have that kind of help.
Yeah, it never works out that way. Trust me. It doesn't. Oh, boy. These guys are still going. Man, you guys are going strong. Did anyone have another detector to talk about?
When you were going getting a drink, I hiked to the mountains.
Sweet.
No, I set up a tent over there so I have a place to sleep tonight. It's a little cold.
Look at this. I'm in Florida. We're going down to 35 tonight. Oh, poor you.
Yeah, really.
That might not be good though if they have produce and stuff down there. That's the thing.
Squeak had a good thing that she mentioned. She said talk about accessories, and I mean I could definitely accessories. I mean, do you have many accessories?
Shovels,
yeah.
diggers. A lot of people always ask about diggers.
I mean, I was gonna do that a different night, but I'll tell you what. I mean, if everybody, I guess let's do a.
Yeah, you got more people coming in too.
Have you covered all at Lost Boys? Have we cut? What do you mean, Jersey Ray? She said, "Have you covered all?" You know, guess you had a CTX 3030.
Who?
Well, he just popped in. He's not a stranger.
Michael Vidic?
Your buddy Ace.
Ace Frehley.
Yeah. I'll bring Ace back in. I don't see his chair.
Yeah, Ace is good. Ace needs to hang out, man. That's my kind of.
So Ace had the Excalibur, as you know. He was just up a little bit ago, but he also has the CTX 3030. So, hey, I mean, if he has it and nobody else wants to come up, why not bring him back up?
Yeah.
I'm like a good guy to talk to. So. Looks like he's got it in the background too. I like. He's very hands-on. I
bet he has a big relic room. You know what I'm saying? He probably has all decked out.
Decked out. Once he's getting, I see he's getting ready there. Somebody said about the accessories. I think that's another thing I wanted to talk about, Dustin, and I think we already talked about it a little bit last time. Is like shovels and accessories. I wouldn't mind talking about that. I've used plenty of shovels, and I have plenty. I can tell you which ones really suck and which ones are really good and which ones I really could recommend. Not a bash on any of the companies, but
See you 717.
oh, Lando's leaving.
Looks like it.
Thanks for stopping in, buddy. But yeah, shovels could be a whole nother thing. I mean, that's a good topic to think. Just accept.
Yeah, we can do that next time.
I think sometime it'd be good to talk about that.
Yeah,
I have tons of stuff to talk about with that stuff. So,
yeah.
But I'm going to bring Ace back in here once.
Yeah, man.
Let's see what he's got to say about this. The CTX 3030, guys. I'm not sure if anybody in the chat used the CTX 3030, but if you have, let us know in the comments here. And let's get his point of view. Let's bring Ace back in.
Hey,
what's up,
stranger.
Gun.
Everybody's jumping in their seat.
Yeah, man.
So you're back. You're back again with another machine.
We're back. And
How many do you got? How many do you got?
So a ways up in the chat, I posted all the machines that I have. I think
I didn't see it.
That's fine. I think over the course, not maybe as many as you think, but it's enough where, my wife is probably like, what are you doing with all those machines? I've had to scale back some. So right now, just three.
Okay. Yeah.
But first thing, the CTX that I can tell everybody.
Tell us about it.
It's expensive.
Yes, very much.
Yeah, just a little bit. So early birthday present to me, I guess it was. But I mean, it is probably equivalent to metal detector on steroids to what you can do with it. It's like metal detecting with a laptop. And
it does so much. It's like it tracks you and everything. I mean, it's crazy.
So you've probably seen these books out for the Simplex, the Knox, but guys, talking about accessories, get yourself one of these handbooks. Andy Savish. Okay. Yes. If you guys are using anything specifically that you just are like, it's just boggling your mind. Look online, look for one of those books. It's like the metal detecting Bible on how to operate those machines. So,
they're definitely helpful.
One of those. Yeah, definitely. And then the other thing is, whatever machine you have, whether it is a CTX, a Garrett Ace 250, even take a couple of coins, even if it's a clad quarter, clad dime, whatever. Go out into your yard, dig a hole 6-7 inches down, drop them in there, cover it back up, go over them. Do the same thing, put a coin with a nail, just mix it up and start to just go over it and train your ears and what your machine's telling you. That's going to tell you a lot. And then play with the settings, because you might find that one setting with lower sensitivity actually increases the clarity in your signal and can help differentiate between the two. Or maybe you need more sensitivity because it's just not picking up a coin 4 inches down and you're like, how is this not working? Well, maybe your sensitivity is too low, or maybe you're discriminating nickels out. Why haven't I dug gold or anything like that? Gold. Why haven't I dug any gold? So
that's crazy.
With
how
the
is
CT, go ahead.
That, like, in as far as like really being in heavy trash? Is it really discriminate well, or you have to tune it in to discriminate more?
You do have to tune this one in a bit more, and there are a couple of stock modes that I think you'll find in a lot of these detectors that have almost like more of that computer interface where, you have your park settings, you have a beach settings, you have a high trash setting, you have wide open. So kind of unlike the Excalibur 2, which we were talking about earlier, which again, you're primarily doing beach and water and you're digging almost everything. But you get into these parks where people have just flooded for hundreds of years and there's all sorts of stuff there. This is one of those detectors where you've maybe heard people say go low and slow. By really going slow with that coil, you're allowing that, target separation to really pick up and identify each single target. Because if you're out there like a weed whacker, your machine's not going to be able to distinguish every little blip on there and get a good consistent feedback on whether it's a coin or a pull tab or a nail.
Right. Can you slow down the swing rate?
Yeah. Okay. So you can slow down. Again, if there's an option in settings, this machine has it. Like I said, this is a metal detector on steroid. You know, there's a fast recovery. There's a high trash setting that you can tweak on there. Probably the biggest thing is actually, this is just, again, knowing the area. Switch from your stock coil, which is like a 11-inch coil, to one of those little 4-inch hockey pucks. You know, so now you're really focusing in on small little bits and areas, but you're picking through every little thing. So as soon as you do get, you know, a good target that could be surrounded by 9-10 bottle caps, it's really easy to just kind of hone in on that. So I have that upstairs in the treasure room. So maybe next time we'll be up there. I'll be able to show it to you.
I knew it. I could smell it.
if you give me 1 minute, I'll switch computers. I'll be up there. But no, if you again, if I can do the screen share with this, the CTX has a mapping feature on it as well. I don't know. Does the Knox have that? I don't know that it does.
No, I don't.
So this has it has a GPS on there. No, the government's not tracking you. Hopefully, but you can. It has a GPS signal in there, so when you go to a location, it will show you your little dotted line, just like a treasure map of every area that you've been. So you know if you've missed maybe a little section in your honey hole, and you need to go back and cover that. And then within that map system, you can leave pins where you've found good targets. So maybe you can start to discern, like, hey, this is a hot spot. Or if you're hunting relics, look at all of the targets I found here. I think this is a house site. And you can almost start to see that if you start leaving those pins on there.
That's crazy.
And you can save it and then go back there, you know, time and time again and keep adding to it. Another feature that's on here is being able to share programs. If you have another buddy or a group or a forum that has a CTX, people that are putting in their own custom programs and adjusting sensitivity levels, or maybe they have their secret silver sniffing, you know, auto tune on there. You can share that via computer and they can send you the program. You upload it into your machine. Boom, you have it. You can go out and start hunting with that. Now, again, it's a little bit different depending on, you know, soil conditions. If I go down to Virginia, that soil and the mineralization is going to be way different settings probably than what I'm getting up here in Michigan. So you might have to tweak your, you know, ground balancing and your sensitivity and some things a little bit, but you can still have the bulk of those settings saved in your program.
If I may, let me bounce a question to Andy. Andy, does the Deus, just the regular Deus, does that have a GPS too?
I mean, I'm not very experienced with it, but as far as I know, it does not. It has like squiggly, like XY. It has like patterny type stuff on there, but it doesn't have. The only thing advanced enough for that, I think, is the one, the 3030 he's got, as far as I know. If anybody else knows if I'm wrong, let us know, but I'm pretty sure. When did that machine come out? Do you know off the top of your head? What year?
Yeah, so surprisingly, and I just looked this up the other day, I didn't realize how old the CTX actually is.
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
It's actually, I believe it came out in 2008. Yeah. So it's definitely, you would almost think that at some point there would be the CTX 4040 or 5050 or some next, but
some lighter version of it.
They made it so just, I mean, really, it's so complex, but it can do so much. I don't know if they could add anything else to it other than drive your car for you.
Yeah.
Like it blows my mind. Now
Isn't that what Gary Drayton's using on Oak Island?
Yeah, so he's had the CTX out there for quite a long time, and that's what he's been using. So the CTX, for folks that are also wondering, it is waterproof. This can go to 10 feet as well. Oh, yeah. But, you know, are you going to risk a $2,000, $2,500 machine, you know, out in the water? Versus, hey, I'll take my AT Pro and it's, you know, $400 or $500. I'm okay with that.
Right.
So, and when these first came out, if anybody remembers, they had issues with leaking, and it was because they had bad O-rings, bad seals in them. So there were a lot of them starting to leak. So people got really hesitant about actually taking them in the water. So take that for what it's worth. Most people that I know, they hunt with these. They're going for relics. They're going for, you know, gold, silver, things like that. This is a great machine for silver. A lot of people are finding silver. A lot of people are hunting with these over in England. And they do really well with that over there.
Is that about what, $2,500?
Yeah, $2,500. Yeah. If you know a guy who knows a guy, usually you can get a deal from one of the dealers for maybe around $2,000, $2,100. And with that, they'll throw in the small coil. I did get my little sniper coil thrown into that package. I think they even did a little like carrying bag or something like that. So just talk to them, say, what's the best that you can do, you know, for me, and see what your local dealer can do.
Right.
Nice.
You guys care if I bring somebody else? We got Jersey Ray Diggs in the back. Dustin, do you know Jersey Ray?
I do not believe I do.
Okay, and I don't know.
I'm up to meeting anybody.
Well, I'm going to bring somebody else in. Ace, you could probably keep talking about the 30-30 here. I'm kind of curious. I don't know what Jersey Ray uses, so I'm going to bring her in. Maybe she has some tips and tricks.
Yeah. Bring her in, and I know Dutch is itching to see the treasure room, so I'll hop up there and I'll jump back.
Oh yeah, okay. Do that a while, and then I'll.
My man.
Yeah, I mean, we'd love to see it.
One day, brother. I can tell you that.
Right.
All right, I'll pop you out and I'll bring her in. I'll bring you back in. Peace. Bringing Jersey Ray. All right, here she comes. Oh, okay. Bam.
Wow.
What's going on? How you doing? Uh-oh. We got some sound issues here. Do you hear it, Dustin? She sound like a chipmunk.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You sound like.
I don't know why.
I don't think that's your real voice either. Maybe it is.
It could be the cold, Dustin. It could be the cold again.
We're going to keep making fun of you. I think you were sucking helium.
That's what it sounds like.
Stop it. Oh, God bless you.
She left.
She left. I'm scared of her next. She might yell at me now.
I guess we'll have to see what. Yeah, that was weird. I never ran into that.
Yeah, there was some sort of lag in the frequency there. Something
like she had some sped up sound, like somebody else said or something.
Yeah, that was funny though.
Well, she's. You want to try again? I think she might have figured it out. She's giving me the. Let's bring her back up real quick.
Chipmunk on steroids.
Are we better?
I hope so.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
All right. It's my mic. It does it every now and then. It doesn't do it when I live stream, but when I go into other streams, I don't know. I haven't heard it yet, so I'm gonna have to.
Your voice sounds so different now.
Yeah, it's so different. It's so different.
I probably sound cuter as a chipmunk.
Yeah, no, it's cool. So welcome into the show. How's your snow situation?
It started snowing. I think it was like about 6-ish, and then I had to run to my buddy's kid's birthday, and it was rain. So it's raining.
It's raining, so you're not totally out of the crapper for digging.
It might. I don't know what it's going to change to in the morning, because it was like snow temperature all day, but now it's just above snow temperature. So now it's rain, and I think it's supposed to rain into the morning. I mean, if it stops early enough, I might be able to get out for a couple hours, like in the woods.
people are still busting your chops about the helium.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard it. So
the $1 million question is, what are you swinging with?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, most people know I've always swung the AT Pro.
There you go.
I used to have the Knox 600. I used to just take that on the beach. Yeah, I'm reading their comments. I used to use that only on the beach because AT Pro's kind of real chatty on the beach. especially when you get
Yes.
to the wet sand.
Yep.
And so I would take the Nox 600. And the only time I would use that one on land was like if I took somebody new, I would give them the AT Pro to use because it's really beginner friendly, really.
Absolutely.
And the Nox not so much. So I would give them the AT Pro to use, and I would use the 600 in the woods. But I've upgraded to the 800, and I definitely want to know that as well as I know my AT Pro. So I made a comment back there that said I have an AT Pro I neglect. Nox 800 that I'm giving a little more attention to.
Yeah,
A
I
simple
saw that.
gathering dust. And a couple bounty hunters.
That's cool.
What do you like the most?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You like the Pro the most, or are you thinking that
I like it the most because I know it the best out of my machines that I have. I mean, I know my Tracker 4 really well, even though there's only 2 tones. It's the way the tone sounds to you, that there's like nuances in the tone. And the same with the AT Pro for me. I know when it's a head stamp with the AT Pro.
Yeah, you just know the machine that well.
Yeah, it's just still a regular signal, regular mid-tone signal, but there's kind of like this little wave in the middle of it. There's not a break, but there's definitely a wave. And I'm like, yeah, this is a head stamp. And every time it's a head stamp.
Yeah. So, I mean, she's talking about, she uses the machine. You get so many hours on one of these machines and you just know.
Yep.
Right. I mean, she just described basically, she probably knows every time with the experience. Yeah. I mean, that comes with the machine for sure, no matter what machine you're using. Just the time you use is awesome. No. So.
I want to give the Nox 800 the same amount of time that I had with the AT Pro with learning it. I mean, I know it fair enough, but I want to know it as well as I know my AT Pro.
Right. Have you experienced any differences between the two yet that you really can tell that, hey, this is a big difference going one way or the other? Like, maybe one of them's better at, like I had said earlier, I found that the Nox is good at getting coins when they're standing up. Or do you feel maybe the opposite? Anything like that you can tell a difference between the Pro.
Well, I know the Apex will get a coin on end.
Okay, so you've used
it will catch a dime on its side. It would straight up and down. It will catch a dime, and the AT Pro won't. Yeah, you get the tiniest little blip, maybe, depending on the angle you're coming over it. But straight across, it won't pick it up. But if you come in at a little bit of an angle, so if the dime's like this and you're coming in at almost 45,
right,
it'll catch it. So it's all your angles. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely 2 different machines. And they definitely have their pluses and minuses. I do like having the 5 tones. I like that with the Nox 800. I like the volume control on the tones.
Yeah,
because Garrett's, all of them are loud. And I run with my iron on. And I like that on the Nox. I can have that lower than my other tones, where on the Garrett's you can't. So
right,
it could drive you crazy if you're in high iron. Yeah. But I like to hear it because then I could pick out the small solid tone in the middle there. Sometimes it's the edge of a big piece of iron, but a lot of times if you're slow enough, you can get something small in there. And I think the Nox is a little better at that though than the AT Pro. Although I've found a corner of a shoe buckle on the bed of nails with the AT Pro, but
wow, yeah. Well, what is leading up to the switch over? What made you switch over? Was there
the biggest thing for me? Well, I won the 600 in a raffle. I just wanted it. I did want it though. I wouldn't have entered the raffle if I didn't want it. And I wanted to purchase the 800, but there was the raffle for the 600, so I was like, well, I'm not gonna go gold prospecting, so don't really need the gold, So I entered a raffle and I got the 600, and I was impressed at first, but like I said, I would use my AT Pro because I knew it so much more. It's like a crutch now, you know. I go automatically want to go to it, you know, especially at a place where I haven't been. And but I wanted the 800 just for the added features on it.
Okay.
And I know some people don't see a difference between the 6 and the 8, but I kind of do. I'm definitely finding things I wasn't finding with the 600. But
you spend the time, you'll find the difference.
I didn't use it a lot, or you know, this is just a, you know, I did read Andy Savage's book, so now I'm doing different things in the different areas I'm in to maximize what I'm finding.
Right.
What did you use prior to the Pro?
A Bounty Hunter Tracker 4.
Hey, that's all right. I mean, we want to know about all. I mean, did it work for you? Did you have it for a while?
Yeah. No, I found good stuff with it, and like I said with the Tracker 4, I got to know that well enough to know the little nuances in the tone. And there's only 2 on that. That one's dig or don't dig. That's it. There's no mid tone.
Dig or don't dig. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't really dig iron. I know some people like to. They like the big pieces of iron, you know, axe heads or, you know, whatever you can find, horseshoes. I'm not I don't want to dig the big iron. I just really don't want to. So I try not to dig iron if I don't have to. So with the Tracker 4, me, it was dig or don't dig.
You guys meet Diggy yet?
Oh.
Everybody's like, who is that cat? His name is Diggy, everybody. Everybody's asking about the cat. What's the cat's name?
Aww.
I named him Dig. He actually likes to dig in the litter box and be in a metal detect. His name seemed fitting to be. We called him Digger, but we call him Diggy. He's really
My
cool.
dog likes to dig in the litter box too. I yell at him.
Mine would if he could get to it.
He's biting my.
Get him, kitty.
No, he's good.
So
he stole the show. Yeah, he definitely steals the show.
Where are you digging at? Are you doing beaches? You doing fields?
I don't really. When I first started, I kind of went to the beach a lot, because it's just literally like 2-minute walk from my house. But I'm not I'm not a huge beach detector fan. I mean, I'll meet up with people and detect the beaches in the summer. Maybe one day in the cold, I might meet up with Team Lynch. Because that's when I like the beach anyway. There's nobody on it.
Yeah.
But I prefer doing the woods.
Okay.
They tend to be less detected.
Are you finding some historical things?
I have, yeah.
Don't make me pull it out of you. Tell me something good.
I found a shoe buckle, complete.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you fall over with excitement on that one? Because I would have been.
That's probably the most excited I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I get a little excited about things, just like, you know, but I don't get. I'm not an overly excited. You know.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I don't jump up and down like most people. But I was really excited about that because I really wasn't expecting that. I have found a frame. We thought it was a shoe buckle, and maybe, but somebody on a couple of the group pages that I belong to had shared this information thing on buckles, and it also had the hat buckles. You know, that folded hat that they had worn.
Yeah.
And the one that was on the diagram looked just like the frame I found, so it could have been a hat buckle. You know, but either it looks very much like a shoe buckle too, but just small.
Wow.
I gotta ask. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask
when I asked that, to put a smile on her face.
I was gonna ask her what does she want to find this year in 2022 that you've had yet to find that seems something stupid that everybody else might have had and found and you haven't yet. Like, name me something you find this year that's something kind of what's kind of eluding you, I guess.
Last year I probably would have said regular dimes because I didn't never seem to find them. I didn't find dimes very much. I would find silver, and I would rarely find rosies. I would find like mercs all the time.
Oh wow, okay, that's a good thing to have.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I really want to find a Jersey copper.
Yeah,
well, I kind of feel like, you know, in the area I'm at, I should have found one by now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a couple other coins I haven't found yet, like a trime. I haven't found a trime.
Me neither. I haven't found one.
I want to find a Deem. That's the DISME.
Yep. Nope. Never got that.
Yeah, I want to find one of those. I know those are like the holy grail. You probably won't find it.
Dustin's quiet back there. He's like, I haven't found any Lincolns last year.
Yeah, Team Lynch said no one's on the beach today. Yeah, I bet not. It was like 20 degrees. That
would be very brave.
So those would be like the coins and relics wise. I mean, I'd like to find a lot more colonial relics, a lot more 17th century, 18th century, anything in that time period. Been a little dry on the relics that are that old. I've been finding 1800s.
Dustin, what did you find yet?
For what, this year?
Well, what's something you want to find that you haven't found yet?
That I haven't found yet?
Yeah, like
I can't really think of anything specific because I'm just happy to find whatever I find.
Well, you did say something that like would be I forgot to say. Somebody said they can't. Alan Hendricks said he can't seem to find nickels.
Yeah, so
I've never found a war nickel. I found lots of nickels.
Oh yeah,
but I haven't found a war nickel. Like almost everybody's found a war nickel. I have not found a war nickel.
Yeah, I got two or three maybe.
Nickels ring in at foil for the most part, around foil.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so everyone ignores those signals.
That's why I dig head stamps, because I'm hoping to one day find a war nickel, you know. So I found buffalo, you know, and modern, but I have never found a war nickel.
Wow. Yeah, I found plenty of war nickels. But you'll find it when you least expect it, you know. How about buffalo nickels? You finding much of them?
I found a number of those, yeah.
I've only found 2 or 3 of those in my lifetime, but now I found more V nickels than buffalo nickels. It's just weird,
right?
Yeah, I found actually found a V nickel not too long ago, but I've never found a war nickel.
Yeah, I think for me, I found I'd like to find a silver dollar.
That'd be nice too.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't care about a gold coin so much. I found gold rings and stuff like that, but a silver dollar, that would be kind of nice just because they display so nice. I found my first silver half dollar last year, so it seems like I'll probably have to wait a bunch more years till I find the silver dollar.
I haven't found a silver half dollar yet. I just found a JFK recently, though. It was like a 80s, I think. And
I found a couple of them. Yeah, people will drop them more than they would the others.
I thought for sure that thing was silver because the back was dark like it should be, you know. And when I flipped it over, man, it was so shiny and looked just like silver. And I was like, oh my god, dudes, I think this is silver. And no, it was like 80 something. The back really looked silver. Yeah.
Hey guys, we got Emily. We got Emily Little Dirt Diggers in here, and we still have Squeak in here. So we got the Little Diggers in here with us, checking us out. That's cool.
Nice.
Thanks for popping in, guys. 30 people still in here. I mean, it's been fluctuating all night. It's like high as 40.
I know. I appreciate it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's nice
to see
people having a good time.
Do you want to see Swing that ring? Yeah, swing that. Swing for the ring. He's in the background. I see he's got all kinds of stuff behind him. I'll pop him up. Jersey Ray, you can hang out if you want. It doesn't matter to me.
It's up to you, dude. I mean, I'll go back to watching on TV.
If you're just hanging out, that's fine. I'm going to bring him up. You can see what he's got. I don't know if you've ever met him or not. But I'm going to bring him up. Here he comes. What's up, man?
Hey, we're back.
Sorry to keep you waiting back here. He said, I knew it. So what do you got back there? You got some crazy setup back here.
Yeah, we've got the nice little treasure chest filled with all sorts of goodies and coins and fun things like that.
The lighting.
We've got that was my first mercury dime that I ever found. I printed that on canvas.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was just kind of a fun little memento. Got some old bottles that we've dug. Got to have the library of research, some old maps and fun things like that. Just a couple other relics and, some knickknacks, Cracker Jack toys, fun things that, maybe they're not of value, but they're definitely fun to find. It's kind of an era that's bygone. Kids don't know. You see those Cracker Jack toys, those Tootsie Cars, Jacks, all sorts of fun stuff. It's just neat to, dig back up from the ground. So,
Oh yeah. I see your
probably
detectors
one of my
there.
other favorite things that I got here for you guys. I did dig. I got this nice Civil War belt buckle here.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
It's good shape too.
Yeah, and this is like, I'm gonna say it's a once in a lifetime because I'm from Michigan. Name one Civil War battle that took place in Michigan.
Yeah. That's weird.
I mean, so the story that I've kind of built for this is it was a soldier coming back from the war, coming back from the Union North on his way home, stopped at this little roadside park, and it was probably just, a little clearing in the woods back then off of the trail, slept for the night, took off his belt, whatever, woke up, realized what time it was, just jumped on his horse, went, forgot to, even put his belt back on, and there it was. So that's the story that I've come up with this guy. So pretty cool.
It has awesome color in it too. Is it greens and browns? It's really
nice patina.
Patina.
And then a little earlier, we were talking about ring recoveries.
Yep.
I had a gal who lost this big silver bracelet off of the end of her dock. She was just like raking seaweed off of the off of her river by her dock, and so they called me up. It was a guy who knew a guy who it was her son, and they said, "Oh yeah, this guy finds stuff for people all the time." I headed out there, and probably within a minute, I ended up, first target I dug was this big silver bracelet. So she wrote me this thank you card, and I just thought it was hilarious. She goes, "Ace, that was the best 4 minutes of my life. Thank you for finding it." I just thought that was hilarious. I said, "Don't tell your husband."
That's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the fun mementos. It's not always about the bling and the shiny things, as I like to say. It's those really fun, just kind of keepsakes and memories when you're out metal detecting. So that's a lot of the stuff that I got up there.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that.
I have a featured video on my channel that I put that one up because if people would watch the whole actual ring recovery, they would find out who that ring belonged to.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And most people would recognize the name of the person whose grandmother's ring it was.
Huh.
And which video would that be? Like if we went back to look at your videos.
If you went on my channel, it's a featured video, so it'd be the first one there.
Okay.
The top one.
Silver. Yeah, triple silver and lost ring.
And that's Jersey Ray Diggs.
Yeah, Jersey Ray Diggs.
Okay, on YouTube.
I don't know. I don't know how to make people a moderator on the fly, or else I'd have you. Like I can go back here. Maybe I can. No, I can put you in a timeout. I don't want to do that.
Sorry, don't worry about it. I mean, like, I know. I think one of your mods knows my. I know Lisa P knows my channel, but I don't know if she knows how to share it.
But I know how to do it off, like when we're not live. But I never did figure out how to do that, like when you're on the fly.
Well, you have to do it on the YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not on the YouTube. See, I'm on StreamYards. I don't know what you guys are using.
Thanks, Toby.
What I do is I go to my YouTube that I'm gonna have live, and I'll pop out the chat.
Okay.
To dive and detect shared it.
He said, "Got you."
I love it when we all help each other. That's nice. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. So if anybody new in here does not know Jersey Ray, check out her channel. The video she was just explaining sounds like I'll have to check it out. I don't know if I even saw it. I try to hop around to the channels, but it's like, man, it's hard to watch them all. It's like,
yeah, it is. I mean, I turn a lot of them on my TV, so I can, I can watch up there and while I'm doing other things too. So I mean, like I'll go back if I can remember each channel I watched that day to make sure I comment. I can like on my app on my TV. I can't comment. Okay. So sometimes I gotta remember who all I watched that day to go back and comment on the video. So I know I missed some commenting, but everyone I watch I do like.
Well, I'll be watching through your videos tonight. I don't think I've seen them yet, so I'm going to subscribe and go through tonight and drop you some comments.
Yeah, I was just with Keystone History Hoarders last night.
Yeah, I was watching that for a while. I had to go back and forth doing some stuff, but
yeah, I saw you in the chat, and
yeah, I was like,
I don't know if you were there when we were talking. He showed the picture of the ring, and
yeah,
so
I
I
had
was
to
telling
jump
the
out.
story about it. I was like, I can't tell you who owned it. You see, that's how you get people to watch your videos.
Yeah.
You tell them the story, and then you go, you know, you want to know who owned it, go check it out.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised when she told me, and it's all in the video. I mean, you don't see me go, what? You know, but yeah, I was just like, wait, whose? But it's cool because now, you know, this was a woman that when I used to detect her yard, she would keep everything, no matter what it was. You know, if it was broken old doorknob, she would be like, "Oh yeah, thank you," you know. And then her daughter lost this ring. She was like, she had called me and she said, "Can you come look for it?" And by then, I think it had been lost about 2 weeks, and they might have mowed the lawn once. So, and by the time I found it, they were actually blowing leaves. So I was lucky I found it on the third trip. But she was like, "You could keep everything you find." So now I can keep everything I find because, you know, she's got some good coins on her property.
Was it cat night tonight?
It is. It is.
Well, I can change it up, but my dog's sleeping. So good boy.
What's your cat's name?
This here is Tabitha Lynn.
Sounds sophisticated.
She's very sophisticated.
She's got a middle name.
She's very prissy.
Ace is like, what?
I got 2 corgis, no cats.
I got a cat, but she's raggedy looking because she's going to be 18 in a couple months. So I know, you know, just going to leave her
face when you had the cat. He was just like
your cat people. Oh no.
No,
I got a dog
too.
That's great.
I have a Frengle.
Well, if anybody else wants to come up, post the link up. We have to do another giveaway, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to do one? You do?
Yeah.
Did you get my text message?
Yeah, I got it. I know what you got to do the states again.
Yeah, I guess I have to get a better way to do this, but I mean, it seems to work. And we got 29 people in here, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Nah.
Let me write it down here once with what we got here, folks. So I know, I guess last night Keystone, they do the spinning wheel thing, right, Jersey Ray?
They did a camel race.
Okay.
A what?
There's different ways of doing it. But I use a laptop.
You're using StreamYard, right? If you go to StreamYard / giveaway tool,
okay,
on a separate window, you're gonna put. It's gonna Like it's hard to tell you when I'm not doing it, but StreamYard now has a giveaway tool, so they don't even have to like continuously comment to be showing up in the the pop outs for chats.
They type a hashtag, right?
No, it's just let me see if I can get it up so I can tell you exactly what the address is, because I use it sometimes now too instead of the race, because it's just easier.
Well, that's what I'm looking for, just ease of use.
Yep.
Well, Dustin.
All right, so it's StreamYard.com / giveaway.
He's like, I'm out of here.
See you, Ace.
See you, Ace. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, man. What a good guy. I'm glad to have made his acquaintance.
Yeah, it's StreamYard.com / giveaway. So when you get that screen up.
Well, you see, I'm using a 32-inch TV in front of me, and my laptop is behind it. So I need to have 2 screens, and I don't. So that's why it's difficult.
All right.
I don't want to hear your excuses anymore. So.
Yeah, but I need to figure out a way to do the 2 screen thing instead of have it behind my. Like I just like to look at you guys on the big TV.
Well, you kind of are doing
this week. We'll work on it.
Yeah, but I need to have like 2 screens, I guess, to do it. So, you know what state I picked, right, Dustin?
Yes, sir.
Jersey Ray doesn't know, but I want her to try to guess too. So when I say go, we're going to say you're just going to pick one of the 50 states. It's on this piece of paper. You can't see the paper, but I'll put it in my hat. How about that? Does that work? All right, guys, go. Guess the state that I'm thinking of for a prize. And I guess we should have said the prize, but we'll say it then.
Yeah, we'll tell you. It's good.
We'll throw some stuff in there.
Somebody got a new video premiering.
And they're off.
And they're off.
It shouldn't take too long.
It is. Jeez, guys, there's only 26 of you.
She got it. She got it already.
Yeah, Squeaky. Is that who you got?
Squeak got it.
Yeah. Woo.
Whoa, I lost everybody.
He caught. Come on, man. I'm celebrating.
I'm going crazy.
Here, I'll show you what North-South Trader. It's the Civil War.
Missouri is the winner.
Screen. What is the winner?
Well, the green screen was like jacking me up. It says Missouri.
Oh, Missouri.
Yeah, the green screen is like. So congratulations, digging with Squeak. She wins.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome job.
Now that one went pretty fast. All right, so what are you giving away there, buddy? What are you giving away?
I have a North-South Trader Civil War magazine, which has a bunch of old articles in and some really cool stuff. It's a great thing to look through, and it was one of their better magazines. And then also,
this is what Squeak's gonna get.
Yeah, this is what Squeak's gonna get. So let me get something a little nicer here on these patches.
Hook her up, man. Come on.
Squeak, we're gonna give you there it is. That
patch.
You a couple patches.
There you go, Squeak.
So I think you're gonna be set. Now, Andy's probably got a way cooler prize than me.
Nah, not really. I mean, she's gonna be getting out a Barber quarter.
Oh, that is way cooler than mine.
A Barber quarter, and I got several Lost Boys stickers, which I know you guys probably have some. Got a little funky camera deal there. I'll get those out to you. The email address is on the bottom, scrolling across. I probably could go back through our text messages and get it, but just email me your address one more time, guys, Bill and Squeak, so I can get that stuff out to you. I do have some more stuff to give away, not tonight anymore, but I do have some diggers and some bigger stuff. I have more Equinox stuff to give away. Computer printed stuff. I got every time we do a live stream, we'll probably throw stuff out. Everybody coming out to check it out. So we appreciate everybody watching.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do we got here? I see aces in the background. We want to bring them in, I guess.
Bring them in.
We'll bring them in for a little bit and see where it goes. And
I bet he brings his corgis. Did he say
you think so?
Corgi? I think he said he had
I think he did.
I love corgis.
Let's bring him up. See what he's up to.
Hey, sorry, I clicked a button that I shouldn't have. You know the little red button that says eject? Don't hit that little red button.
We were like, see you later, Ace.
We're all going to go out to Love Gun or whatever. Detroit Rock City. It doesn't matter.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I know someone had asked about accessories, and I know it sounds like we're gonna really maybe get into that in another live.
Yeah, I'm sure. We were talking about shovel. Like I have tons of different shovels. I've used plenty of different ones. I have plenty of different accessories. I mean, we're already. I think it's like almost 2 hours and 43 minutes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's right, Dustin. It's flying by, right?
Have you used and little dirt diggers will back me up on this? I know. Have you used a grave digger?
I have. Yep, I have one. Yes.
Thoughts
I have
on those?
several grave diggers.
You like them?
I do. I forget the guy that runs it. His name is.
I believe it's Eric.
You're right. Yes, he's from Ohio.
Yep.
And he makes them by hand.
Yep.
He's a good
Made in
dude.
America.
Yeah, yeah. No, I had no problem. Like I bought one of his it was called a sidekick, and he didn't have them heat treated right, I think. And this is when he was just starting.
Okay.
And right where the stamp in there that says GD,
Yep.
I broke one of them like right there at the GD.
Oh.
And it was kind of a weak spot. If you know what shovel I'm talking about, right there where the GD is, it's kind of like right where you're really torquing that thing.
Yep.
And it ended up cracking right there. Now,
yeah, I think, like you said, I think since then he's altered the design. He's got
the game,
he's switched up some of the.
Now that was early. That was early in his game. When I figured I'd give him a try, and like you said, he did change stuff around, and he even sent me a new one. He's like, "Man, that shouldn't happen. No questions asked." He sent me a new one.
Yep. And I think actually too, he might have gone through. There was an entire batch that went out that was like faulty like that, and he fixed the problem right away. But they're good shovels. It's kind of unique how he powder coats them now. You know, they're not just a steel plain shovel. There's a variety of colors. It's kind of cool. You customize it. So it stands out in the field. I have one personally. It's Hunter Orange is the one that I have. And so it's great during hunting season because it's a little extra orange out there. I don't want to get shot. But two, if I forget it somewhere, it's laying down, it's pretty easy to just, look around and be like, oh, there it is type of thing. So
I'll tell you, we won't go into plenty of details, but since you brought it up about shovels, what everybody here don't go into too many details. But Jersey Ray, bam, you're on the spot. What is your shovel?
White's Groundhog.
We got a White's in the house. Do you like it or not?
I do, only it's kind of it's short. It's not a long shovel. It's a short one.
It's a shorty one.
Yeah.
All right.
The blade is short.
Don't say anymore. We'll go into that another night. Dustin, what are you using?
The Predator.
The Predator.
The Predator.
It's a Predator. You're like, I'll be back.
Yes. Like, I'll be back.
And that's a Lesh tool, correct?
Yes.
All right. And I guess I go next. I also have a Lesh. And I won't spoil it, but I do have, my main digger is a Lesh. And I know Dustin's going to have a smart ass comment for this one. But the one shovel I have is a Lesh tool, and it's called the Ladybug.
It's fitting for you. It's fitting.
Yeah. And in my videos, believe it or not, it's the purple shovel I use. I haven't painted it purple, which I know you have another comment probably.
No, I don't.
For me there. Okay.
Hey, that's okay. Little Dare Diggers will back you up with those purples and pinks, man. She's got your back on those.
I like purple too, but mine came orange.
Yeah, I like repainting them. I do that. But
you'll always be my little ladybug, Andy.
Yeah. But yeah, Dirt Digger said she's been using Grave Digger tools for 6 years now, I think she says. Yeah,
I know they've been with them. She has a code, I know, for folks if you're interested. I do too. I'm going to say it's a shameless plug, but we don't get anything for this. This is just helping Eric out at Grave Diggers. So if you want to give it a try, you can check either with her or me, and you should be able to save like 10% if you guys are in the market for a new shovel.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if they come to your channel, do you have that in your description maybe?
Yeah. So, like I said, we don't get anything for it. It's just to save you guys here in the chat money if you guys are looking for a new shovel. So,
Lisa P says, "Ladybugs bring you luck." That's why I dig way more than Dustin over there. Must be my shovel.
It's the shovel.
For any of the Lesh users out there, do you guys find a difference between, and maybe some people don't even know, that you can get a left-sided serrade or a right-sided serrade? And I think you can even get double-sided now.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen different shovels have different options, but yeah, I didn't ever really request that. I just saw that they different. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Mine's serrated on both sides.
Yeah.
Well, Andy, my wife, she wants me back. She said, "You can't have me anymore. I'm gonna have to get out of this here." She said, "That's it. She wants to see me tonight. I can't hang
Yeah,
out
it
with you.
is getting later. No, that's cool.
Dustin's going to end up on the couch.
Exactly. I don't want to do that.
Hey, if anybody else wants to take your spot, I'll post the link up.
Yeah, I'll hop off if somebody else wants to hop in.
Yeah, we'll chat for another 10 minutes yet, I guess, and see what happens if anybody wants to come up. We will talk another time, though, guys, about, I think, shovels. Yep. I have some stories of shovels that, I mean, I kind of told you already that I broke one, but I can tell you some of them that are heavy. I can tell you ones that are light. I can tell you what lengths that I like. I have short shovels. Ace knows about the sidekick, I guess I was talking about, right? Yep. I have that shovel. I have tons of shovels. I have the Nocta Macro breakaway shovel for under my scooter seat. If you watch some of my videos, I actually ride my scooter, and I put all my metal detecting gear he left underneath of my seat. But I don't know where he went, man. He just straight up prick. But no, that's a good discussion though. I think for another night.
You could do, like I said, you could do all things with shovels for the water hunters, scoops, sand scoops, water scoops, beach
I got some scoops,
all that fun stuff. Here's something that I think is underrated. Carrying pouches. Like, what are you using to actually store stuff in? Is it just like a mesh bag? Is it a tool pouch? Like, what are you guys using for those things? So yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms to open up.
Right. Yeah, there's so much to talk about. Go ahead, Jose.
No, I was saying hi to Charles. You brought us hello up.
Oh yeah, thanks for stopping in, Charles. I know he's a busy fellow all the time with work and everything. I tried to, like I said, watch his last night, but I was in and out a bunch. Try to support everybody when
to him though, real quick, because I was gonna message him, but I did find my the stickers you sent me because we were talking about that last night. I was like, yeah, I need stickers. He sent me some, and they were in this pile of mail that people had put together on the table, and it was mixed in there with the bills. But I have them, so.
Gotcha. Good deal. Yeah,
I mean, you don't have any.
No, I need to hook up with you actually and send you some of mine. Maybe after the show here or something. We'll have to hit me up. I need one of yours actually. We'll have to do that. Do you have any stickers there, Ace?
No, I am not in the sticker game, unfortunately.
Right. Now I figured we'd ask you since you're kind of talking stickers.
Yeah, I have clothing stuff that has the swing for the ring on, so I have that on my website. People can, go and look for. They might print stickers on there, like they do weird things like mouse pads and coffee cups. But yeah,
I got a buddy. I'm gonna have some patches made soon.
There you go.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Yeah. So yes, like I said, we'll do that. Like, a lot of good things. I mean, what else? What else do you really do? I don't know. I mean, it looks like I'm not to say my season's over, but when it's this cold and the ground's frozen, it's not as fun anymore. So that's kind of where the whole live stream comes into, to talk about gear and to just meet people and stuff. I mean, Ace, we never talked till tonight. You seem really cool. So I mean, it's cool just to meet new people.
Yeah, definitely. For everyone that's, stuck in some of the northern states or even the southern states that are getting snow and, frozen ground right now, it's a great time to talk about research too, different ways to research new sites. Like, are you using plat maps, old history books, looking at aerial photos online, go to a senior center and just talk to people. Ooh, there's a new one.
It's a good idea. I never thought of that.
Also a good time to clean your finds that have been laying around and
cleaning
and taking care of and maintaining your machines, because I'm pretty sure most people they're a little dirty.
Lisa P says great winter content. That's kind of what we're talking about, is anything to just talk about when you can't be out digging. You can at least kind of think about it and do that. So heck yeah, we got people lined up, permissions already for the spring dig gun. That's sweet.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on getting a couple more. But somebody should come on up, because I'm going to hop on off soon.
Yeah, I'm going to post it up here one more time, see if anybody else wants to go up here. We'll probably cut her off here in a few minutes.
Venture
I'm trying to get Emily up here. Oh, Emily has to go. Emily's got to roll.
Yeah, it's her bedtime.
Yeah, there's
Thanks,
no
Emily,
school
for
tomorrow.
dropping in.
It's a holiday.
Is it a holiday? Yeah, Martin Luther King Day is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, that's crazy. I forgot about that. Well,
With metal detecting, like during these seasons, have you guys branched off into any other segments where maybe you can't metal detect, but you've tried magnet fishing, coin roll hunting, anything like that, just to kind of like scratch the itch?
So I actually have a sponsor. I have a magnet sponsor, Rogue Magnetics. They reached out to me. They said they liked my videos and asked if I was like into something like trying something new. I don't live in like Detroit where there's handguns and murder weapons and the YouTube videos. It's kind of funny because like every YouTube video with magnet fishers, and I know a lot of magnet fishers and they're really cool people. But the videos are always like found this dead body or crazy murder weapon or shouldn't have found this, and like their captions are always so like you want to click on them because they're just like they found all this with the magnet. You know what I mean? I find like a street sign or not even anything to make a video with, but they hit me up and I did get a Beast Box magnet kit. They sent me actually a hoodie. They're really cool. I mean, they sent me shirts, hats. I mean, great sponsor. I sold a few of their magnets. Not many of them. I mean, it's not something that people were really going to just, I mean, unless they watched YouTube videos and they were like, hey, I'm going to get one of those, But yeah, it's a cool hobby. I mean, have you guys dabbled with that stuff?
Yeah, I've magnet fished, but all I've ever found were nails and hooks.
Yeah, just stuff that's not.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's fun, man. It's kind of like fishing,
Yeah, I've gotten into a little bit of magnet fishing now. My wife got me one for my birthday and went out, used it a couple times. Probably the most success that I had was we went over to her parents' house. Her dad had lost a couple of fishing lures down on the river, and I was able to just check those out, and I think I got 3 out of the 4 of them, so he was happy. So so that was fun. I've done a lot of the coin roll hunting. And that can be kind of fun if you're looking to build up a coin collection. I will say, unless you're going for like state quarters and looking for like W mint marks or you're really into those types of things, quarters aren't great. I would say do dimes or $50 if you're looking for silver. But honestly, if you're just looking for like old coins, do pennies. Right. It can take a while, but you can pull a bunch of wheat pennies every once in a while. You might get an Indian head still. So that's a fun way to add coins to your collection. And it doesn't cost you truly anything. You're just going to take money maybe out of your savings account, get $25 in quarters $25 in pennies. It's a full box and you just go through them, you put them back in the roll, and you can take them back to the bank when you've picked everything out. Just remember to replace them with a other coin so your account's not off.
There's a guy that actually he has a 508 magnets. He has one of those like state quarter boards, right? The state quarters.
Yeah.
And he'll do coin roll hunting and he'll look for each state, and then when he finds it, he'll put it in the little book. And that's kind of cool. I was watching his stuff the other night. Everybody has a different way of doing the coin roll stuff, I'm sure, but
yep.
I'm not into it, but I mean, it's cool. Everybody has their own thing to do. So, but yeah. Heck yeah. So have you ever found anything good with a magnet ever, Ace?
I mean, just probably most of the same stuff that you've ended up finding, some fishing lures, a lot of like just rusty, crusty things.
I found a carabiner
some like caster wheels and I think I did find a sign myself, but I haven't come across being in Michigan. You mentioned Detroit. Over here in Grand Rapids is, again, another large-ish city in Michigan. And in the Grand River there, right downtown, there's been a couple videos for the magnet fishers here in the group. Probably seen them, but they've pulled out like World War I or World War II era bombs, and someone found a hand grenade in the river. So they had to have the bomb squad actually come and, make sure everything was safe. So it's not to say that you won't find those things. It is possible. It's just picking those locations. It's fun other than metal detecting because, again, you don't know what you're going to find. And at the end of the day, you're hoping to clean up a lot of the rivers or lakes or waterways. So feel good about yourself, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. Like, being that I know so many magnet fishers, that might be somebody to bring up and get their side of the story. With magnet fishing, it's not something that I'm really into, but I mean, that'd be kind of cool to get a guest up and talk about that. Somebody that actually finds good stuff. I mean, since we all three of us kind of suck at it.
Yeah, I think like metal detecting, just like anything, research is going to go into it. So,
exactly. Right.
Is it a big city? Is that a busy bridge? Did people congregate there? Is it a trading post area? So maybe you would find some older things, or are you just going down to the local creek and, hoping for the best, or are you throwing into a swamp? Who knows what you're going to find type of thing. So
yeah, I mean, research, like you said, goes a big part about everything as far as just finding anything in general. It's a good thing you said there for sure.
Yeah, I see Venture Delow fishes Grand Rapids. Yep, I think I've seen a couple of your videos actually. Oh, yeah, he's saying a lot of times the weight will pop off, and for those are maybe you're looking at magnets right now, they do rate them for different like pulling weight. Some might be as low as 250, 350 pounds. I think most serious magnet fishers, they say like the minimum you want is maybe like 800 to 1,000 pounds pulling force.
Huh.
And I mean, they go up from there and they get really strong. The problem with those is once you hook onto them, and you might know you can't get it off.
Yeah, you can't. That's sketchy. You get people like stick them to bridges. They're like, they can't get them off.
No, and you've probably seen people though. They're almost the clickbait titles, but there's people doing it in like Italy, in Venice, and they're pulling out like the Vespa scooters in the canals and bikes, and it's just like, how? Like, where are you finding these things?
I think Deep Digger Dan, before he stopped doing all this stuff, he started dabbling in magnet fishing. I think he found like a car door or something. I remember him pulling out like a little Mini Cooper car door or something. That was a while ago though.
There's a lot of channels out there that pull up handguns like all the time, and it's not like they just threw them out there to make it look like it. Like, I think they legitly do find, like, when you look at these guns they're pulling up, they got like algae on them, and I mean, there's some pretty gunky stuff on these things, and I mean, I think a lot of these guys are really finding this stuff. It's just like Ace said, you got to know where to look and where the Scandalous weird people were at, and you know what I mean.
I guess that means I got to go down to like Camden.
Yeah. Like Andy said, I mean, they're pulling up, like I said, those guns, handguns. I've seen a couple of actual safes been pulled up with coins in them. So it's just a matter of what you're looking for. Venture Delow is in the chat, and he is the one that I referenced earlier, where they actually did find a World War I grenade or like torpedo missile there in Grand Rapids. So it's out there, guys. If you're looking for something else to dabble in the world of treasure hunting, magnet fishing is again something that we could talk about and get into in other streams when there's more time. But if anyone's watching, just go look up magnet fishing. It's out there.
Right on. You guys do any? I'll ask you one more thing before we kind of probably buckle down here. But as far as live streams, Jersey Ray, do you ever do them yourself ever? You never really into that stuff?
Live streaming?
Yeah. Do you do, much of it?
Yeah. Every Wednesday night.
See, wait, I did get on yours before.
Yeah.
Okay. What am I talking about? My bad. I thought you did. And do you like doing it?
Yeah, I do. It's fun. I mean, like, fortunately, a lot of the times if I put the key out, people do come up. Like, I came up here with you. Because like I'll have an idea of what I want to talk about, like you did,
right?
And then suddenly, I finished that topic, and I still, I'm like, oh well, it's only like 10 after 7. I got 50 minutes.
Yeah, I think I work late that night. That's why I don't see yours often.
Yeah. Sometimes I go over a little bit. I try not to, because right after me, on Spreaker, there's a podcast, Beyond Sight and Sound, with Josh Kimmel.
Yeah.
And then at 8 o'clock, also right after me, is Iron Antler Adventures. He's been live streaming.
Mhm.
So I try not to overlap too much.
Yeah, and
but
that's
I know people do live stream hop because I've done it. So I mean,
Yeah.
like you stay in one for a while, you go to another one to show your support to another channel. But I try to keep it to an hour, but sometimes I've gone over. And then I'll have guests now and then, like I've had Ed from Flash in Your Pan.
Yep.
I've had a few people. So it gives you something. It's good to have more than just you sometimes, and sometimes you got a topic you want to talk about. It's all right too. Like digging Canucks pretty much by yourself most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on Ed's show in February at some point. I know I have it written down somewhere. But it's definitely cool to have people. What's that?
I had him a couple in between Christmas and New Year's. I had him on.
Okay. How about you, AC boy? Do you do any?
Yeah. I've done just a handful of live streams. Most of my content has been actual videos. I'm looking at doing more live streams. Some will be on YouTube. I'm starting to look at doing some actual like live stream digs, both on YouTube and then on TikTok. I don't know if you guys have dabbled with TikTok at all.
Yeah,
I have it, but I didn't really mess with it.
So you are able to do live streams even on TikTok, and that's kind of fun to be able to. A lot of people, obviously, you're just taking your phone out and maybe doing a live hunt there.
Right.
So that would be at least engaging to actually talk with people while you're hunting, and maybe whether you're going to do a tutorial or you just want to bring them along for the adventure, or, you could even do fun little contests there where it's like whoever guesses, this next find gets a prize or something, just fun extra engagement. But yeah, most of my stuff is either geared towards the direct videos or like writing blog articles and stuff like that.
Indiana Tones has been doing live digs at night on YouTube, and I think sometimes they'll switch over to TikTok.
Mm.
So he's going out for like 2-3 hours though. So you can check him anytime. I watched a little the other night, and he said he was going over to TikTok. So, but he's been doing them.
Right. I need the cell phone battery that he has. Then, jeez.
Yeah. Oh my. Well, guys, but I'm out of beverage.
Oh, no.
I guess we can shut her down if we want. I do appreciate you coming on, Jersey Ray, and I appreciate you coming on as well, Ace.
Well, thanks for inviting me up.
Yeah, definitely good people to talk to. I don't know. I mean, there's so much to talk about. I can't imagine. It's just crazy how fast the time goes when you're doing this. We could talk all night, I'm sure, but I figured it'd be good to just break it up in segments, and we'll talk about some different stuff. And maybe if you guys want, we'll have you back on, and we can talk about some shovels and some other gear next. I picked Sunday, by the way. That's kind of my, not to say every Sunday, but that's going to be kind of my day to do stuff. Seems like people are getting ready for work. They're getting ready for work. They're hanging out. And today I had a snowstorm on my side, so nobody's really driving around. It's cool. But thanks for coming in.
Anytime. I might have you come on mine one day.
Yeah, that's cool. I've been on a few. I like doing them, and everybody's really cool that's been having me on their shows. And I don't really have many guests, but I probably will sometime. So, all right, guys. And everybody that's still out there watching, I guess we got 13 people. Thanks again for coming in to watch tonight. I know we covered tons of different stuff, right? I mean, between detectors, a little bit of magna fishing talk. I mean, we were all over the board kind of there, but it was a good show. And I mean, we went for, that's like over 3 hours. That's crazy.
Wow.
I know, it's nuts. But yeah, we'll do it again, guys. I appreciate it. And like I said, everybody who was tuning in tonight, thanks again. We'll see you on the next time. So, all right, guys.
Thanks for having me.
All right, nice to meet you, Ace. Nice to see you, Andy.
Hey, nice to meet you guys. Well, at least to meet you, Ace, and we'll see you next time, Jersey Ray.
All right. Peace.
All right, see you guys. Thanks again. Peace.